All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the GMS Atlanta Church, all right? And as you can see, we're back at it, on the highways and byways, all right? Before we get started, we're going to give our honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Akadash.
Double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to your hopeful and pushing the truth, okay? We're back out here to prophesy the downfall of America, man, that you people so love, okay? Because America is falling, all right? If you look out, hey, you just look on the news right now, more cases are on the rise, okay? Jake is dropping like flies, man, okay? Dropping dead. Because Yahweh Yahushua, that the world even called God and Jesus Christ, is doing it, man,
Right.
okay? And this is all prophecy.
Right.
All right, you guys are still out here, in your folly and your mirth, thinking, hell, okay, I'm just go out and do my own thing. That's basically mockery towards the Lord. Here it is. This is time to fear the Lord, and hey, stay at home and watch a live stream, man. Watch Bro's videos and get into it. But as the days of Noah, man, you people don't understand, man. You guys are not gonna get it. You guys are gonna continue to party and go out and do your thing, man. You know, Jake is in their folly, man. They're gonna do their thing. That's why they're gonna taste of that second death, man. That speaks in Revelation in that lake of fire, man. Okay? You can do that, brother.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn.
Yeah, our people are not rejoicing, okay? Our people are mourning. They're rejoicing on the left-hand side, okay? They love doing their wickedness. They love still smoking. They love still going out doing their thing, acting like ain't nothing going on, okay? Here it is. Hey, what? Trump gave the damn thing to FEMA, all right?
Yeah.
FEMA's gonna do their thing and roll up on Jake, man, on the second round. What are you guys gonna do? While you guys are, partying, doing your thing, they're gonna kick you in your doors, man. What are you gonna do? All right? Stuck in your mirth, man. Keep on read it.
Yeah, this is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
And that's soon to come, okay? Yahweh Shah is gonna come back. He's gonna set that righteousness, okay?
Yep.
Forever and ever, man. We're gonna be in peace. Finally.
Right.
All right? There won't be no more cars polluting the air. No more planes polluting the air. No more chemtrails, okay?
Yep.
No more sighing and crying and people dying every day, man.
Disease.
Okay? No more Jesus and Jay-Z's, none of that, man. We're gonna finally be in righteousness, man, and in peace. All right? The scripture said what? Seek ye the kingdom of heaven. All right? Yes, man, this is a time for you should be mourning and seeking for Yahweh Shah in the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay? But you guys got to trust in this society and what Esau's doing, man. All right? But the scripture says never trust thy enemy, man. And we'll get that.
This is Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Never trust thy enemy. All right, that's the main point I want to bring out. Never trust thy enemy. How is he your enemy? Okay? Look what he did throughout history, man. Okay? We built this kingdom up. All right? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, so-called Haitians, etc., man. We've all built this damn place, man. This job taking place, okay? Off of bloodshed, and hey, they destroyed us with lies. They robbed this place, etc., man. Okay? So if you said never trust thy enemy, why you guys putting your trust in the enemy? Okay?
Okay,
And how you guys doing that? You guys giving it y'all all to put into this place, man. Which the enemy controls, man. All right? The higher up, so to speak. Okay?
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and in the time of their iniquity had an end. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and in the time of their iniquity had an end.
Yeah, about the force of the sword, man. Okay? You guys done pain to us, right? You guys hurt us. About force, okay? And that's why the Lord is doing all these things. That's why prophecies is coming to pass. That's why we still here lifting our voice as a trumpet, giving out warning, all right? Because the Lord is coming back, and we're letting you know who the enemy is, and he has perpetual hatred towards us, man. Okay? The nation of Israel. All right?
This is Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Y'all look not unto the Holy One of Israel, okay? It said, woe unto you that put your trust into Egypt, man, okay? That spiritual bondage. Oh, we can get that right quick. We can get all right, you were getting
Fine. Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord, Yahweh Shai.
all right? You guys are not seeking, all right? The Holy One, for the Holy One of Israel, okay? So we read perpetual scriptures. Hey, the enemy don't trust in them, all right? The enemy has perpetual hatred towards you, okay? If you look around you right now, this is hatred, all right? This is no love. Chemtrails, no love, all right? GMO food is being fed to you every day, no love, all right? Where's the love in that? All right? These people love you so much when they give you real natural food with minerals in it, all right? When they tell you the things that you should be actually taking, so you won't have that knee pain, all right? Pain in your joints, pain in your back, okay? Where's the love in that? They have people jogging on concrete, man. That affects your body, all right? They promote and push certain movies for Jake to keep smoking, all right? For Jake to act like degenerates, all right? Where's the love in that? And that's that perpetual hatred, all right? But here it is. You guys are not seeking the one of the Holy One of Israel, all right? So that you can be in peace, all right? And once you do repent and come back to Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, what you gonna get into? The herbs, okay? You're gonna start getting into life, basically. Okay? Taking certain walks, looking at the Most High's creation, etc.
You have
all right?
portable charger?
There's the book of Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Yeah, arise ye and depart, man, for this is not your rest. All right? This place is not our rest. We just read it. Once the Lord come back and fulfill prophecy, hey, that's going to be our rest. But even in the kingdom of heaven, we're still going to be working before Yahweh Shema Shai, and there's going to be peace. Okay? You can't rest in this society. You can't get comfortable in this society. All right? You can't just lean back in your bed and get comfortable, knowing the enemy's out there to get you. All right?
Get that hair gun.
Kind. Look what Esau was doing to Jacob. Esau was constantly trying to get Jacob. And Jacob knew that Esau was trying to come after him. All right? That goes back to that perpetual hatred, man. All right? Oh, slice.
It says, I'm reading again, it says, Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
It will destroy you, even with a sword destruction, man. Our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. Our people are destroyed for not seeking the Holy One of Israel, man. All right? Did we not just read about that wicked king? All right? The people mourn. Okay? They are destroying us as a whole. That's why you need to repent, meaning come backward until Yahweh Shema Shai and repent, man. Give repentance.
Oh,
All right?
he told
Apologize.
about what he did.
Okay?
Sure. You heard from Kabash?
This is Hosea 6 and 1. Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn, and he will heal us. He hath smitten, and he will bind us up.
He's saying he will heal us, man. He will bind us up. All right? Our people have been destroyed for so long and been walking around in hurt and in pain, and the curses have taken over, man. All right? But here's an opportunity to come back, man. Here's an opportunity to, hey, just repent, come back, and believe that the Lord got you, man. And He do got us, man. We still here standing, okay? And that's for a reason. We still out here on the highways and byways, okay? Esau's still trying to take the videos down. Esau's gonna do what the devil does, man. All right? But we're still here. All right?
Sit on that.
All right? Yeah, hey, He's here to help us, man. But you people gotta depart from this place, man. You people gotta wake up. All right? Well, it's a hard time to wake up out of sleep, man. We get that from Romans 13. All right?
All right, this is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
It's nearer than what we believe, all right? These prophecies are popping off, man. Every day is something new. Every day is something going on. Another Israelite getting shot up by these devils, all right? Something going on overseas.
Another actor or singer dead.
Yep. Basically, when you wake up, another something is going on, all right? Something is happening. Something is going on, man. And it's just prophecy, all right? Every single day now. You don't know what to expect. Tomorrow, they could push that the second round of quarantine if they wanted to. Make it even more harder on Jake, man. All right? Jake is getting more roused up. And you still got a Jake that's not giving that else, man. All right?
Verse 12. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light.
Cast off the works of darkness, man. This is the valley of shadow of death, man. Okay? But this darkness is only for a moment, man. A shadow come and go, man. This darkness is only for a moment. All right? Put on that body of armor of light, man. Okay? All right? Let that light shine within you, man. So that these people out here can see. But it starts with Yahweh Shimei Shah and his elect. Okay? Let it.
I can go to verse 13.
John, yeah, verse 13.
All right, verse 13. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy.
Yeah, that's very important, man. All right? Because the scriptures command us to trim our old men daily. All right? Get rid of that envy and that strife, all right? Get rid of everything that you used to do in the world, man. And come out with a new heart and a new mind, man. Okay? And not in that carnality and walking around in the flesh all damn day, okay?
Okay, I appreciate it.
Even though it's still gonna linger around, but it takes time, man. Because we just read what? Now it's a hard time to wake out of sleep, all right? You go to the book of Ecclesiastes, there's a time for everything, all right? So time is according to the Most High. All right, time, okay? But it's baby steps, man. That's why I said, woe to you that have lost patience. You got to be patient every day. It's baby steps, man. And the scripture says, well, we're babes. All right? So all these things take time, man. All right? You're not finna just, hey, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. What's the name? How about Shimei Shah? And then tomorrow when you wake up, I'm just all holy. You know, it don't work like that. Because if you would, you would have got beaten up. Okay? You gotta let it. Oh, on that?
Yeah, kind of.
Just to land back off what the brother brought out, and how you're supposed to live your life. This is Sirach chapter 5 and 11. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and patient, and with patience give answer. The reason I want to bring that out because it says, "With let thy life be sincere." So everything that he was mentioning, don't live, with strife and contention and things of that nature. In order to avoid that, you got to live a sincere life.
Yeah, and then Yahweh Shimei Shah.
That's right.
That's why the scripture says, abide in Yahweh Shimei Shah. Okay? And that's a powerful word in itself. You might leave up the word sincere, about the shot. I want that tomorrow. And then you got the word abide. Okay.
I got you, bro.
Sincere. It says from the 1530s. It says pure, unmixed,
Middle French sincere, 16th century. From Latin sincerus of things, it says whole, clean, pure, uninjured, unmixed.
Yeah, the scriptures say, be blameless.
It says figuratively sound, genuine, pure, true,
Put my phone up.
candid, truthful, of uncertain origin. That's it.
God, all those things that the brother just read, man, that's basically what it is to be sincere, all right? If you're sincere about Yahweh Shemiah Shah, in the Lord's eyes, you are going to be pure, all right? Even though we're comes as filthy rags, but the Lord is looking at your ignorance, all right? He knows your heart because you're sincere, all right? And you believe unto Him, man. You believe on Him, okay? And not in no other gods, man. That's why I said, what, unmixed? Okay, if your head mixed with everything, it's very diverse. I mean, you dip and dab into a lot of doctrines, man.
Go get Ephesians
it's
4 and 14. Ephesians 4 and 14 for the brother. Yeah, get Ephesians 4 and 14.
All right, this is Ephesians 4 and 14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men, and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Yeah, man. Hey, it said the doctrine of what? Man. All right? Especially Esau, man. Esau creating these new doctrines now. It's a doctrine that the LGBT community.
K. What's the K, bro?
Yeah.
QT.
Whatever it's called. Right? Whatever it's called. Hey, that's a doctrine in itself. To be a homosexual, to be a pedophile, that's a doctrine.
Yeah.
Right? And you people believe in those different doctrines.
Because they got justifications in their teachings.
And that's their truth. Because what the word doctrine means is their truth.
Yeah, it's not. All right? But you got to believe in this doctrine, man. All right?
That's why if I may say that this is the scriptures say present yourself as men, because a man gonna stand on something. You know, even us will give respect and reverence, not reverence, but respect to a person that's in another doctrine, as long as, I mean, it'd be all, but what I mean is, if they stand on it and they sincere, you could give them credit. But some people just bounce around. One day you got Hebrew African Muslims out here. You know, Hebrew African Christian Buddhists, and you know they mix it. They take, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and they make what they want out of it. And that's not being a man. A man is like, hey, this is what I stand on. You stand on your truth.
Yeah, you keep your integrity.
You keep your integrity, buddy.
Basically, you got to keep your integrity in this word, all right? That's right. In the words of Yahweh Shemiah Shah.
That's
What
right.
scripture say, Lo, he come in the volume of a book, so keep it. All right?
That's it.
What it said, we shall stand in great boldness. All right. All foreheads going to be strong against theirs.
That's right. That's
All
right.
So that's keeping your integrity, man. Okay?
This is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 1. It says, Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. Verse 2, For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Yeah, he said it, basically said it twice, man. His glory shall be seen upon thee. All right? Because at the end of the day, the Lord is using us as vessels, man. All right? Everywhere we go, man, hey, the Lord's going to be put on us, man. Especially in these last days. Because Jake needed it. All right? Jake absolutely needed it. Jake been going through it, man, since the beginning. All right?
Ringer.
Yeah. Jake stuck in the hood, Cleveland Avenue, Glenwood, East Atlanta. the grimiest places, man.
Scripture say curse in the field and curse in the city.
Yeah, man. So we're cursed. Jake going through it, man. But hey, how Jake is gonna come back in these last days? The 1/3 is gonna come back. They're gonna clean up to man of the Lord, like, hey, what can I do? Hey, I seen the Lord's working with you. All right. What's his name? All right. That's that glory being shone upon you. Because that glory is of Yahweh Shemiah Shah's glory. All right. And you're bringing in a great number of people. All right. You're bringing back his fold, man. The ones that are ordained to be saved. Okay.
All right, this is Zechariah 8 and 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that the Most High is with you.
Yeah. And what you seeing today, all right? You can see the nation of Israel being sifted, man. More men are starting to grow out their beards, etc., man. Meaning what? It's gonna come to a point in time where, hey, they're gonna find the man of the Lord, all right? And never let go. They're gonna remember the name of Yahweh Shai. They're gonna get rid of that Jesus and Buddha and whatever else is out there, man. They're gonna get rid of it. And those are gonna be the ones that's gonna be saved.
I got a
All right?
precept too.
Come on, you got it.
You done with that? All right, it's Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Yo, we'll be more precious than fine gold, man. All right? We probably never even seen fine gold before.
No,
All right? We never seen fine gold before.
it's rare.
Exactly. Okay? So we're going to be more precious than fine gold. Meaning these people are going to be following us. They're going to be searching after us. They're going to cling unto us. They're going to be helping us, defending us. All right?
Yeah,
Might be troops coming down. Hey, you seen this person? That individual will know where you at, but he went over there, you know? Just something so simple, okay? Just different little scenarios. And these are the things we got to think about too.
That's right.
All right? So it says what? Meditate upon what? Terror, but you also got to meditate upon, situations you might not even know you're going to be in.
Some people might be willing to. Some people may die for you.
Yeah.
Just as much as we're willing, as we're willing to die for Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Some people may willing to die for you and your works. Because of what you bring into them. Like they show you that in a lot of. Remember that in the Matrix, when Neo came back to Zion. That scene where he came up the elevator and all the people they brought gifts and sacrifices to him. The people was willing to die for him, and a lot of people did die for Neo.
It's Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Enemies to be at peace with him. All right? Hey, it might be a situation. You might just be standing in the middle of the street. Well, the troopers coming, they looking towards your direction, but they can't even see you. All right? Just like what the book of Eli, they was shooting, but they kept missing. Here it is, he's standing right there. They killed him.
It actually,
bullets, man.
it actually deflected off of him.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, said it wasn't.
Yeah, deflected. Okay. So we're gonna see a lot of miracles coming on, man. And what? That glory's gonna be on us, man. Those miracles gonna come through us, Lord willing. We'll be a part of that number.
That's right, bro.
That's just what's gonna happen. All right.
That's true. Hey, man, there's even an account where Yahweh Shai that started to try to come from, but he disappeared in the midst of the crowd. He used the crowd. Now I'm pretty sure, and there's thousands that believed on him. You got
The
it.
Lord did many miracles. All right. Everybody knew the account when he walked on water. All right. First he was right here, now he's all the way over there. Okay.
Yeah.
But when they came knocked on his door, he pushed all of them back off their horses. That's where they get that game, Unleash the Force. Quote unquote telekinesis.
Yeah.
All right.
I was saying, like the scriptures speak about, even Esau has miracles. It says he do a great wonders and miracles. Even he make a fire come down from heaven. Yeah. So the Lord said, through the scriptures, which your brother can get that. The Lord said He's gonna raise up a standard. So He has to have us above this devil to overcome him, man. And we already know his left-hand side sorcery. He owns the world, man.
Yeah.
Trillions of dollars. You know what you can do with trillions of dollars at your disposal? Fuck AK-47 and these different guns. Yeah. This devil has invisible cloaks. There's certain items that he has that's highly classified, man.
You got weapons, tens of miles above us. You can't. What you gonna do with a weapon that's 10, 15, 20 miles above you? Fuck your AK. He got weapons in the stratosphere and in the thermosphere and all them other spaces.
Hiding behind all kind of shit.
Yeah, like
in the heavens.
They can send different radio frequencies and shock
sounds.
Okay, man, we need Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, if you really just get down to it and just think about it, you can't do shit.
Can't do shit, bro.
All right, we need Yahweh Shai to defend us, man.
Right.
Like the brother said, man, with all that money, ain't no telling what he got. And you mentioned the invisible, different invisible technologies or whatever. They got a movie like that. Me and this brother will see it. It's called The Invisible Man. It's just basically him inventing this new technology.
Oh yeah.
He's damn near what, billionaire, trillionaire?
It's fucking haunting that bitch.
Yeah, hunting the old girl down. Yeah, man.
But you know, with the elite, they have what the like the 13 elite families, and each of those families, they're not just, you know, you don't become a conglomerate with each other because you just like playing racquetball and shit. You bring something to the table. Like I picked up an Edomite that worked for DuPont, the company, and he was telling me how like the DuPonts, they're known for weapons. They're like the weapons side of the family. So you imagine how much finance and how much money, how much resources, the ability they can to create weapons. That's what their family was doing for the last several hundred years. If you've been making weapons going back 1800s, what kind of mind frame do you have here today? It only grows. If I was dealing with gunpowder 200 years ago, when my great-grandfather was dealing with gunpowder, can you imagine what his great-grandson is dealing with right now?
And that's why what the Lord said He's gonna send Michael the archangel to defend us.
That's right.
That's it, bro.
There gotta be something out here so crazy for an angel like Michael the archangel to come down and defend us, man.
While Yahushua is fighting, Yahushua is fighting, and it's gonna be so crazy that that the top angel got to come to defend us.
So what in the hell that he got
It's
for
gonna be
Michael
some
the
Star Wars
archangel
shit.
to have to defend us, man?
Right, bro.
All right. And no telling what type of power we might see, man. We even can see it. Okay. It says what in what in the book of Revelation, you're gonna come down with great wrath, right?
Yeah, I got that.
Oh yeah, that's spirit. We got it.
Yeah, Revelations 12 and 12. And I'm gonna jump up a couple verses. But it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short
He
time."
knoweth, but he have but a short time.
Throw everything but the kitchen sink, man.
Yeah.
And what times are we in? We're in a time where, hey, our salvation is closer than what we believe, right? And these devils know that shit, all right? He knows, oh man, the Lord's about to come back. Oh man, they back out on the highways and byways. Oh, they in the minds of the people are changing. People starting to grow their beard. They hate it, all right? And that's why we started off with the perpetual hatred, all right?
You know,
He hates us coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua at the end of the day. And he hates the fact that he's coming back to rule in peace, man. All right? Because these devils don't rule in peace. These devils rule in wickedness, man. All right?
and you know, I think one of the art of wars, I did a lesson on it where basically, if your enemy is content, you gotta harass him. You know, I roughly paraphrased it, but basically, like what you're saying, bro, is like this is us harassing our enemy, and this is the way that we're fighting. We're harassing him. He sees what we're doing around the world, around the country. This is causing our enemy to take feet, to stand up, to take us serious, because this is an attack on him. Versus how does he attack us? The art of war also says that if your enemy is of a high morality, depress him. So that's why they're making this place more wicked, because it's a clash between wickedness and righteousness.
It's all spiritual.
It's all spiritual.
Yeah.
We fight them spiritually, whereas they fight us carnally. We're affected by what we see with our eyes, versus them. We're not touching them, but we're whooping ass.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's why, hey, the brother just beautifully read that. Revelation 12:12, because he knows.
He knows.
His time is really, really short. So he's going nuts. He's like, man, I got to do something. Hey, that's that great wrath. We already know Esau is an uneasy spirit.
That's right.
He's a real uneasy spirit.
And he's a
Right
punk.
on my head.
He's a punk.
You took it right at, because like we're dealing with a deceptive hothead.
Yes.
It's easy to get under Esau's skin.
Yeah,
He just
impulsive.
it's just very deceptive how his movements are. But you could tell he's hot, and he's a very hothead, and he's very irrational, and he makes, irrational decisions.
Because what's it say in Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter? That anger and pride was not made for men.
Yep.
And Esau, these white people, they embody pride and anger.
Yep.
And they can't wait to get their hands on us.
Yeah.
You know?
But what did it say? They desire vengeance against Judah.
That's
That
right.
same anger and hatred that Esau had for Jacob. What is it? He wanted to kill Jacob. They have that for the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. They tried time and time again. You can go all throughout history, from the Spaniards to the French to the Portuguese to the British to the United States of America.
So when the Babylonians took us down, and Esau was on the outskirts.
Yep, Psalms 137, man. And that hatred doesn't just go away, you know, with time. You know, this devil didn't just take therapy classes and go to a shrink.
Time heals all wounds.
Oh, these
Yeah.
crackers say
Esau been crying like
Yeah.
a bitch since Genesis 27, man.
Right.
been crying like a bitch since Genesis shit, Genesis the third and fourth chapter.
Yeah.
With Cain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been crying like
He's a punk. He's a bitch ass nigga.
Like I was saying, you
That
know,
ass.
we all know he's an uneasy spirit, all right? He's very impatient.
I know that sounds
okay?
like
No, it's
He
true.
loves to make rash decisions.
Yeah,
all right?
haste,
Yeah.
yeah.
And how do we know? Look at this damn place.
But look at this.
This is a haste decision.
Yep.
All right? Let's get all the trees down. Fuck it. Let's do this. Let's put the trash over here in the ocean. Let's
throw it into space.
yeah, all right. That's a haste decision.
What?
That's Esau.
Like, you didn't think about, you know, the scripture speak about the latter end. They didn't never consider
never.
the latter end.
Pride.
Esau don't consider that, man. I got a little bit more on this Revelation 12. I'm gonna jump up what you're speaking about, Michael.
Got fucking tanks in the
Because
ocean.
that's a chief angel, and he's a chief angel of war. You know, when major battles take place, you know, through the spirit, which really there's really not a big account I can even recall where it says Michael came down. You know, so for him to come down in this time, that shows you that this is going to be a big battle. Man.
And you don't go to battle by yourself. So you know he's coming with another force with him, because he's a captain. So you know a captain don't travel by himself. It's like when King David traveled in the physical, he always went with men. So
Mighty
man, what the hell is Michael?
Joab?
Yeah.
Exactly, bro.
So this is Revelation 12:7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. So it says angels. That's a plural, man. But you got it, bro. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
See, that's Isaiah 34. You know, Isaiah 34 gives you the details of Revelation 12. It talks about, you know, in that script where the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. But in that same verse, it talks about the host of heaven shall be dissolved. And when you look, it says Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels in heaven. When you look that word heaven up, it means the literal sky. So it's a battle that we're literally going to see. Isaiah 34 and Revelation 12, that's Michael.
All right.
And go back to Esau, man. Hey, that's a punk ass move. Here it is. You're trying to shoot a chariot, but it's dodging all your lasers, and you're still trying to fight against it.
And you know what Esau do? He goes back to the database. He tries to measure the speeds of chariots. He knows the speed of his beams and his technology and what he do. Modifications, man. Let me put 10 billion into it, you know, for advancements. Because Esau, what does it say? He's wiser than Daniel. So he every little thing, every little increment of you know, things to study, whether it's frequency, you know, whether it's waves and vibrations and speed. You know, he tries to tap into that, man, on the left hand side.
That's why the Lord said that if the Lord does not come back, there will be no flesh to be saved. Because this devil, he takes his knowledge of destruction to that point. He has a if all shit hits the fan for his side, he has a red button where he can just fuck it. We all gonna die. He's fucking Cyrax off of Mortal Kombat 3.
That kamikaze.
That kamikaze, that suicidal destruction mind. Like, I'll kill us all before I let you win.
Yeah.
He's a tough punk. He's an Edomite Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Right.
He's a tough rat.
Can't die.
Get fucked up, man.
Oh, and then you have like mythological beasts, like back in Greece they had the Kraken, and they had the Lanius Hydra. You know, you would cut the head off the Hydra, and multiple heads would spring up, man.
That's a Godzilla, right?
Well, no,
It was on Godzilla.
his head grew back.
Okay, going back.
And that's Esau in his head. Like I said, the dragon. A dragon is a real cruel. It's known as a cruel serpent. But when you see the illustration of dragon in certain movies, you see that thing is bad, man.
Right.
It has aerial, ability. It can fly extremely high.
Aggression.
It's aggressive as hell. Blow fire out of his mouth.
Right.
The movie Ring of Fire back in the day.
So this devil, he's at the apex of all beasts of the field. The beast represents the nations, man. I'm gonna continue on. It says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out in the earth, and his angels was cast out with him.
So right there shows you, like the brother's saying, Jake ain't doing shit, man.
Nah.
That scripture right there really ain't got nothing to do with us in the physical.
Yeah.
That's all being played out with the holy angels and Yahweh Shai against Esau and the elite, man. You, Jake, thinking that because Ahmad Arbery and all these other Jakes getting shot down that y'all just gonna ride. Y'all ain't gonna do shit, man. Y'all ain't gonna do shit to get us out of this predicament. And it's gonna take literally seeing Revelation 12?
Yeah.
Literally seeing Revelation 12 to play out to humble a lot of you Jakes that you ain't doing shit, man. When you see above your head, miles and miles above you, a war happening.
Right.
See, we can go back on Netflix and we can watch World War II in color and shit.
Right.
World War I, Iraq, Afghanistan. We can see all these wars, but all those wars were what? Played on the land. Some were played in the ocean. Some was played a little bit above us. But we ain't never seen no shit where we seeing these beams of light fighting miles and miles and miles above our head and seeing ships falling out the sky the size of city. You know, because Esau know what he's going to fight against. Esau ain't about to use. Esau show us F-150s. But what does Esau have? Esau know F-150 can't do nothing against a chariot.
Yeah, he knows it.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna come with his own Delonte Wilder versus a Delonte Wilder. He ain't gonna come with Floyd versus fucking Tyson Fury and shit.
Right.
Oh, well, shit, you had that Avatar vehicle. I'm just gonna use this as an example. What kind of car was that? Was it in his own class? The vehicle that's supposed to be basically like the Avatar vehicle. When you see the dynamics of that vehicle, though, it showed that it actually can move like damn near left, right, up, down. You know, which the chariots have that ability. You know, so Esau is tapping into that, like you said, that left hand side, trying to be on the same level, if not greater, mimic the Most
Like
High.
Isaiah 45:7.
You know.
We matched up pound for pound.
2 Ezra 13:3. And I beheld, and lo,
It's my favorite
that
chapter.
man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Trembled.
What the
that was
fuck?
seen under
He
him.
just looked at you.
That's how great it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be a
That's my
terrifying,
favorite chapter.
trembling thing, man.
Which episode?
Okay.
2 Ezra 13.
Well, what does Scripture say about what? It said what? The brightness of His coming.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
Thessalonians?
Yep.
It's gonna be trembling. Cause we never seen anything like it, man.
Everybody taking a knee. What has happened on the earth where everybody has taken a knee to that one thing?
Hey, you know,
That's crazy.
me and his brother Barzal watched this anime called Bleach. And anytime like a captain or whatnot come into the presence, their pressure makes you like, kind of makes you bow. We've never experienced glory. We've never experienced glory. You got to realize when John, that angel came in, it wasn't just because he bowed down because he was scared. That wasn't. It was just the power, the pressure. We ain't never experienced that pressure that Yahweh Shai coming with pressure, man.
That strong aura, man.
Man.
That's Salaki, because
No.
we've never experienced, like what you said, like we've never experienced another predator or another apex enter into our, like, for instance, when you watch what's a good movie I was just watching? When they be like, you know, when you watch certain movies like Quiet, what's that movie? Quiet Place.
Yeah.
And when those new creatures came in, they were like, we've been knocked down on the totem pole. So the world hasn't really experienced that. Oh shit.
Yeah.
We've taken a notch down. Like literally, there's another energy that's
higher.
stronger than us, that's higher than us, and higher than these so-called white people.
The newest Salaki. Go, bro. Go, bro.
Salaki, bro.
Yeah, go, bro.
All I'm about to say is, because look at these natural disasters, all right? That's the Lord Himself doing that, all right? That's the natural of the earth doing it, okay? When Jake see tornadoes, hurricanes, lightning strikes, Jake really be fearing.
Hell yeah.
They get on the table, or let's go to the basement. But what if someone that's higher than that even come down with glory, man? All right? that brightness of his coming.
Right.
With the mothership, the chariots, everything, man. Okay. That power and that view is gonna be so powerful, man. Hey, now we see why a lot of Jay's heart's gonna faint, man.
That's
Hell
right.
Yeah. Men's hearts feeling them.
Yeah, man's heart feeling. All right?
Paleness of face.
What they say?
Take one look,
Be
you
weak as water.
flip over like a damn roach.
Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Oh, he comes
Spirit,
with clouds, and every eye shall see it. When it speaks about the clouds, it's talking about the chariots. All
That's right, bro.
That you people inwardly call UFOs.
Yeah, they were like, this just in. It seems that a UFO,
Yeah,
you know,
bullshit.
the size of South America has you know, shit.
Independence Day.
Yeah, like
It's not a-
Independence Day.
Nah, it's not a UFO. man.
Everybody get together. Your top military. We're gonna have to fight. Hey, but that's why it says all nations shall come together to fight against Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, God.
And the Lord is mustering the battle, because what? He's a man of war. You know, when you get into warfare is not fun if you fighting a small enemy. The Lord raised up Esau to be this strong nation so he could show his power. He said the same thing in Egypt.
That's right, bro.
He said he raised up Pharaoh so that he could show his power, man.
Right.
And when those plagues started to hit Pharaoh, Pharaoh started to see that he was just a man.
That's
You
the
know?
hand of God, he said.
You can say it.
And he was willing to push all the Israelites out. You gotta think how much the Israelites made Pharaoh, all right, annually. Think about how much the Israelites make this corporate America annually, man.
How much is one? I mean, I'm gonna use a worldly thing because there's the stats on it. How much does one whore make a pimp?
Oh man.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we all Esau's hoes. Hundreds of millions of us.
Yeah.
Esau ain't trying to let that go. Would you?
If you think about it, he used, his hoes to create this place.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hard for Esau to let the Israelites go.
Yeah, and the word hoe just means tool, man.
That's it.
Yeah. He used us as a tool, but we're really not his tool. We're not property of him. We're property of the Most High. And the Lord is going to come redeem. That's why he's the redeemer. The main redeem is is back, and basically to buy back, to purchase back. And it's not going. It's going to be a yank and pull, battle, so to speak. This devil's not going to just give up. All right, you Israelites go worship the Most High. That's your power. Nah, he's going to fight tooth and nail. He's going to go into the big bag, man. Y'all think that 2.2 trillion was the big? That ain't the big bag, man. This devil can just generate money out of thin air. So when he takes everything that he has in this last hoorah, he's gonna give it all he got. You got it.
But the Lord at the end of the day is gonna take his one.
That's right.
Like you said, he used us basically hoes. But the Lord's coming back to get his woman back. Now look, I'm gonna get my woman back, and I'm gonna make it beneficial, all right? Not only for me, but for the whole world, all right? But Esau is basically just using us, man. Working our ass off for pennies, man. All right? Here it is, Jake not only be popping his woman, getting babies. Here it is, you working every day, 7 days a week. And sometimes you can't even feed your own damn self. Food just go to your kids, man. All right? Because it's unfair, all right? What the scripture says, and she sitteth upon many waters, and those waters represent people, man.
Yeah.
Us, the whole world. Throughout the four corners of the whole earth, okay?
I got a preset for you after that one.
Come.
I'm gonna read it again. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all nations of the earth shall well because of him. Even so, amen.
Yeah, shall well because of him. All right? We're going to behold his glory. And a lot of degenerates, the same degenerates that said, hey, let his blood be on our hands. It's going to well. Esau's going to well.
Then you have people speak about breaking the internet. Certain views or certain things on these media sites, these streams and things of that nature. It'd be so many people that flock to it.
Yesterday.
Yeah, they say that shit damn near break the internet. Just think about it's over 7 billion people on the earth. 7 billion people. It says all eyes, not a few people. Like damn, I ain't. Like somebody gonna go to a certain part of the earth. Like yeah, you didn't hear about the UFOs? Nah, I ain't know about. Nah, everybody's gonna know. You got certain places in South America. They say that basically they don't have damn near media. They don't have any of these different outlets where they actually are in full circulation with the world. They're up to date to a certain degree, but but it's somewhat like tribalism. They mainly kind of have that ancient tribe style of life. Then you have the Amish. They don't really deal with the internet. They don't deal with media.
Quakers.
Yeah, Quakers and shit like that. So when all eyes shall see, it's gonna be something omnipotent where everybody's gonna be whole, you know. And they're gonna block. The angel's gonna block out the sky, man.
Yeah.
Just like a 300. When they shot all those arrows, it was so many goddamn arrows in the air.
It got dark.
It got dark, man. It's gonna be the same thing.
We have moments in America, it might be a big, wildfire or something. They just cover the sun and it's dark.
Worms.
Certain clouds cover the sun and it's dark.
Independence Day, the
It
first
talks
one.
about that in the last days. Shall
Yep.
be thick darkness,
Thick dark.
thick gloominess. It's gonna be like a damn horror story, man.
It is.
All right.
And you remember that scene in the first Independence Day, where that chariot covered Manhattan. No matter where you were in Manhattan. Now Manhattan's a big island.
Yeah.
Don't even talk about the second one.
I don't even talk about the second one. Yeah, that chariot landed on Earth and it's covered Earth. But the first one, when that chariot covered Manhattan, no matter where you looked up, it was this chariot.
Yep.
Like we've never seen nothing like that. Like where literally a chariot just sit over a city, and no matter how far you look that way or that way, east,
just
north, south,
chariot.
west, it's chariot above you.
That mountain.
Think about your vanity, your vanity, your point. If you can stand at a certain place, shit. If you stand on Jimmy Carter, at the top of Jimmy Carter by 85, you can see Stone Mountain. You can literally see Stone Mountain from Jimmy Carter. You can see these high rises from certain. Matter of fact, where you at? Out that way, you can see this coming down the hill. So imagine seeing something that, no matter your vanity point, it's still there.
It's just a chariot.
On Stone Mountain, you can see all
See
the mountains
everything.
in Tennessee.
Yes, you
Yeah, Stone
can.
Mountain.
Come
yeah.
on,
Yeah.
that's a
And
good
that's
point.
not it. And then you got higher mountains than that. Just think if you at these super high mountains,
just
man. You
chariot.
damn near see everything in the world, man.
Goddamn, see Venus.
I know.
Like you got imagine how big it's gonna be because I was talking to this brother and a couple other brothers one night. We was out, looking at the heavens. It was dark time. And I was like, hey, you see those 3 stars right there? You know what I'm saying? you see the 3 stars right there, and that's east. All right. So basically, if you look at those 3 stars, if you go towards it and then go straight down, that could be the Middle East. All right. That's how big this chariot is gonna be. All right. So every eye will see, man, and people are gonna go crazy over it.
It's gonna be so big, it's gonna need its own definition of big, man. Humongous ain't even good. That ain't even good enough.
We're gonna create a new word.
It's gonna create a new word, man.
In Hebrew.
And what's gonna be inside of chariot? Because that chariot is gonna be used for a great deliverance too, man.
Yep.
You know, I'm pretty sure the insides of it is all decked out. Which we ain't been inside a chariot, but
It's
you
probably
already know.
just a different planet.
Yeah, it's like a whole nother world.
It's probably forest in it.
Yeah.
Grass and these mountains. Like what? What?
Probably an earth bigger than this.
Hands down.
Yeah.
We never know. You know,
We don't know.
we
We just
But we know that the
Just
Lord
our
is He
imagination.
is. So you can't put you can't box the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's endlessness.
and the size of Yahweh Shah, because it speaks about how he's bigger than all the men, his stature. You know,
He'll be on top of it.
It ain't like you
Ghost
got
riding it.
what's the tallest man in the
Mount Everest.
world? No, the tallest man
Man.
that
Oh.
was ever maybe they say like 7, 8. You know,
it's probably like 9. Whatever. I'll
but I'm
look
just
it up.
saying you gotta think about the size of Yahweh Shah, man.
Some say Yao Ming is actually like 8 feet.
About 8 feet. You know, and the Lord had said He's coming in His glory in Isaiah the 47th chapter, man. You know, we say I shall not meet thee as a man. When He comes down, He's coming to put that pressure down, and He's coming to excite revenge. He still remembers what Esau did 2,000 years ago on that cross.
Yeah, that's why Shaka even those who have pierced him.
Even those brother,
Reincarnation is real.
reincarnation.
The word reading what? It means to come back. Incarnation just means of the flesh.
Eight,
Coming
11,
back in the
pretty
flesh.
much 9 foot
Right?
tall.
9 foot.
So if he said also those who have pierced him, he remembers you. And you're gonna, most definitely you will remember Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai may put that thought in your head when you fucked up and he gonna get you.
Oh, well, Revelation, those that pierced him.
Yeah, kind, yeah. We were just talking about it. Yeah.
That's what
That's what he's reading.
Oh yeah, so
Exodus right quick, then we'll jump on.
This is Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. It says, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
Yep, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is his name, all right? He's a man of war. Okay? Just like the brother Ball was always explaining, hey, he's gonna come down and bring that pressure, man. Okay? Every eye gonna see it, man. There's gonna be a lot of death and a lot of blood, man.
You gotta bring
Okay.
Isaiah 45.
A cannonball coming in the waters, man.
Here it is, the top of the top under Yahweh Shah, not Yahweh Shah, but Yahweh himself. That, hey, Yahweh Shah is gonna
It's
come
always
back.
a boom when you enter
All
water.
right, it's gonna be glorious. The top entity is coming back for war, man.
If I can say something real quick, Yahweh Shah is like the second most powerful being.
Like he is.
He is.
Yeah,
No,
he is.
yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
yeah, you gotta give him that, brother. you gotta give him that. And the most I know, like of course, the most I number one, but the second most powerful being in history. You think about power on this side, Jake and their carnality. They think about Bill Gates and the elites. And to be honest, on a, you know, we low level men on earth. When you think about it, those are really powerful ass men, man. You know, when you have billions of dollars at your disposal, you know what you could do with $1 billion? You could do a lot,
But that's
man.
pennies to them.
But that's pennies to them. And it's not even about money. The Lord's power is greater than money. It's not about the resources that he possessed. He created all this. So when the creator himself, which, you know, of course, Yahweh Shah, he
is the creator.
Yeah, through the unction of the Most High, you know, he created that. But when the creator himself actually comes down and wreaks havoc, you know, everybody's gonna be jacked up. You gotta either it's gonna be a get down and lay down, man.
Yeah.
There is no way to win this war. This devil knows there's no way to win this war. But what it said that he put the spirit on him to still fight, man. Because like I said before, he loves a great battle. It's more than that.
That's right, bro.
And the creators are still on
This
Earth
is,
right now, though.
Back to 2nd Ezra 13 and 4.
There's a hidden power that Esau.
And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire.
Man, all
We
this
still don't
burn,
have full
man.
100% faith.
That's how powerful Yahweh Shah is, man.
You got
Okay.
problems, man.
Esau ain't got shit on nobody. All right. Esau think a tank is gonna destroy men of the Lord with spiritual power. No. Okay. Did not he say, hey, you shall do greater things? All right. We're going to be doing greater things. Here it is. Esau have whatever he has, man. It might hit an individual. Just bounce off, man. Like it's nothing. That brother's gonna be spotless, man. Like he not a blemish on him.
Like Walker flocking that about gun. What was he busted the gun? He was just remember he was knocking the bullets off the side. What was that? What video was that with Walker? I'm busting at him.
Yeah.
And then the bullets was coming at him. And he was just like, that's how, like you said, the spirit is how the elect gonna be. It's like you gonna be dealing with a godly energy. You're gonna see time different. You're gonna see the world from a different angle. See, like you said, Psalms 82, that ye are gods, but ye shall die as men. That's gonna come to an end, and we're gonna see this world through God-like lenses, man. Time's not gonna matter. We're gonna defy the laws of physics.
It's gonna be so different.
Like you said, it's gonna be different because we see it from, you know, this flesh and being men, but the Lord gonna give us that charge up where we gonna see it through God lenses, man.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. Hey, and that's prophecy, man. All right? Because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're just telling you before it actually happens.
Yeah, gods, but
Because,
we're not
hey, there's no excuses,
God.
all right? That's why we started off with by saying, hey, don't
Yeah,
trust
like
our
kid,
enemy.
Really, we're already in
Because
war.
if you are joined to the enemy, you're gonna fall with the enemy, man. All right? If you want to be with the enemy so damn bad and put all your
Trying
trust
to
in
beat
this damn enemy,
coronavirus?
you're going to die along with the enemy,
You're gonna
man.
die with him. Throw hands join
We're
him.
talking about Yahweh Shah here, man. And every eye shall see him
The secret
in that great war, man. Michael the Archangel coming down himself to fight that battle as well, man. Man on the earth that you guys hate, man, all right? Started with the apostles and elders, great millstone, all the way on down. And Lord willing will be a part of that number. But we're going to be hunters, man. All right? But you guys can't mess with us, man. That's how tragic and how
Esau
serious
trying to be
and bad it's going to be, man. If the Lord is a man of war, what do you think our spirit's going to be? Warlike spirits. Well, see, ain't no telling what type of energy is going to put on us once he's actually here, man. All that anger just raising up, man. Like he's
berserk mode.
here. Exactly, man.
Gonna be like X-Men. You know, you watch those different X-Men movies and you see how
You know, they basically like super spirits on Earth. And who was trying to kill off the X? Because really the X-Men, when you watch, they were known as mutants, and they were really in society, but they started to get targeted by the federal government. And a lot of them wanted to just be regular. Some of them, like I think the one guy was Angel, the one that had the
wings.
The wings.
Yeah.
I think his mother was mother or his father was a politician.
Father was.
Father was a politician. You know, they had different family members in different, whether it was different parts of the government or different parts of the world. But you see that they was just trying to be like lowly Jake. But really, they had that special ability, and that special ability caused them to shine amongst the people. What was he doing in the X-Men? You see, he was trying to chop his wings off, but they kept growing back. So he couldn't. It was inevitable. He was born to have that power.
Yep.
And it's the same thing even in today's time now. You know, you can't avoid this. And you know, and you can't suppress it through the Spirit. If you're a man of the Lord, you're a man of the Lord. And the Lord is gonna raise us up like the X-Men. You're gonna use those abilities that the Lord gave you.
That was Apocalypse. Remember Apocalypse? What was his name? That came on X-Men.
I forgot his name.
Apocalypto?
Well, remember Apocalypse, the one he was in the movie X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh.
Because remember he amplified their powers. Because even the Jake with but the one with the angel wings, he was like, oh, well, you just got part of your power. Let me open you up. Cause like you said, the X-Men, they gonna get their power. Like even in that movie, they showed where their powers were. He was like, nah, y'all ain't doing it right. Let me help y'all. That's why I really wanted, you get no movies like that. Like Thanos, she'd be like, man, yeah, him to win.
Hell yeah. But you see, even in that movie, Professor X?
Yeah.
Professor Xavier, he's seen the potential in those X-Men. He started recruiting them. You see, he recruited Rogue, which they were really just spirits in a world, and they knew they didn't belong.
They weren't. They were cast out.
They were outcasts. They knew they didn't belong. Rogue was she was basically bugged out. You know, she wasn't really bugged out, but she knew she couldn't touch people. So
Jubilee was another one.
Yeah, yep, Jubilee. One of the main ones was the Phoenix, Jean Grey.
Jean Grey.
You know, well, if you've seen the newest X-Men, she actually killed her parents. But anyways,
Strongest one.
You know, Professor X's job was to do what? To show them their true potential. You know, a lot of them was on 10 with their powers, like Cyclops. He the one that created the glasses for Cyclops, you know, to actually control that power, because he didn't know how to control it. His eyes are open and he just shooting beams every goddamn where. So he modified it and he showed them how to truly tap into their true potential. And that same thing is going on now, man. The Lord is showing us, hey, we are outcasts in this system, but we're special for a certain reason, man. We're not weirdos. We're not abnormal like this world makes us feel. We're niggas. We ain't shit. We look like, big nose, big lips. And Jake starts to really believe that shit, man. Mm-hmm. You know, then what? Jake want to bleach their face. Yep. They want to bleach their skin. They want to get more incorporated with this system. We're not designed to be in the system, man. You watch that movie District 9. Right. That was a damn good movie, man. You see that big boy chariot on top of them, and them Hamites and those other nations were preying on those aliens and drinking their blood and things of that nature. But the end all be all in that movie was what? Salvation. The main goal was to get on top of that chariot and get the hell up out of that captivity, man.
We're soon about to tap into our full potential, man. All right? Before we go into the kingdom of heaven, those new glorious bodies, the Lord is going to put within us our potential on this side, man. How can we tap into that, man? Faith, man. All right? Once we know He's here, once we see everything going on, man, hey, we're going to please the Most High really, really well, man. Because it is possible to please the Most High without faith, man. Okay? But if you got faith, man, you're going to please the Most High.
That's right.
And He's going to give it to you. He's going to ask for something, He's just going to give it to you. Okay? We'll get to you back on that.
All right, this is 2 Ezra 13 and 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. Verse 7. But I would have seen the region or place whereabout the hill was graven, or I could not.
Just cherry.
Like imagine Mount Everest, or what's that mountain range in South America? is it the Andes?
Mhm.
The Andes mountain range. That's the longest mountain range in the world.
It's long as hell.
It's the longest mountain range. Mount Everest is the highest, but the Andes in South America runs from like Venezuela all the way down to the tip.
Mhm.
So imagine taking a mountain like that, and it's just up, and it's not on the ground no more. It's in the sky. Like imagine that a mountain range that extends from the top of the continent to the bottom of the continent above you. Come on, man.
We're gonna see some glorious things, man. Right?
That might be just
We're
one
gonna see
cherry.
some things we're just not used to. But our spirit's gonna be with it, right? We're gonna be comfortable with it because we're gonna know it's gonna be how about shot.
And the Lord gonna comfort us.
Yeah, he's gonna give us that comfort.
Because if it was up to us, you know, which I ain't gonna say up to us, but if we was just in the flesh, then we would drop dead too from just the sight, man. You seeing a big, you know, what they call a alien spaceship, and we really don't know how those chariots are truly designed when they come down,
Right.
man. Glistening, all kind of you know, that immaculate look. We ain't seeing that type of glory, man.
The horns.
Yeah, the horn. Like it might. Jake be bugged out seeing a celebrity, man.
Yeah.
You know, you see a celebrity with all his jewelry on.
Passing out.
Hey, see, man, that's how you know Jacob's Trouble's gonna shape us to see certain things. Most of us ain't seen a body drop in front of us.
Yep.
Shit, we barely even heard a fly nowadays. You know, us men, to be real with you. You know, but when Jacob's Trouble hit, we're gonna just start seeing some shit. We're gonna see angels. We're gonna see different. We was talking for all day talking about newly created beasts in the group text. We'll start seeing different stuff that's gonna prepare us to see something glorious like that to come. But still, still it's gonna be like, oh shit. You know, a lot of people are gonna, when they, like you said, a lot of people gonna see Yahushua come and dissolve, literally dissolve. The spirit just gotta be on you to not dissolve when his glory comes. That's it. But Jacob's Trouble it's going to shape us.
Hold on, can I get a precept real quick to that if you don't mind? Let's go to I got a precept for that. That's a good point. This is Ecclesiastes 7, and I'm gonna start at 3 because like what you said about this is Ecclesiastes 7 and 3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. Like you said, like seeing that amount of death, seeing things that you're not used to seeing all of those things, it saddens you, but it actually prepares your mind. So even it makes you rougher. So like what you're saying, like even when those times as it increases, it's gonna make us stronger and better. Whereas with the rest of these people, it's gonna crack them. See, we don't even really understand how prepared we are at this moment.
Right.
You know, all we see is we're in the process, so we can't see what's happening on the outside. Like if you put a stone, like if you have a rope, we're the stone. But you know, a stone don't see, oh well, I'm about to become a diamond cut or a princess cut or whatever, emerald cut, whatever. We don't see that, but you know the process of shaving and cutting and all that, that's a tough situation.
Hell yeah.
So we're going through it like what you're saying, but it's making us ready, man.
War ready.
War ready, man.
Yeah, and you see how they even get certain men war ready in the military. They make them go through the ringer, man.
Oh shit, right there.
You know,
Some with injuries.
hell yeah, some with injuries. And if you make the wrong decisions, your ass will die, man. It's a life or death situation. And it's the same thing that's going on now. The Lord is trimming us. He's shaping us, molding us, cutting us. And the process hurts.
Polishing.
That's why, you know, even when you're going through the pain of this truth, you know, there is no gain without pain, man.
That's right.
So you gotta appreciate it at the end of the day. When you suffering and when you're going through your agony, you signed up for it first and foremost, Sirach, the second chapter. And second off, it's to build you for the bigger picture, man.
Right.
You know, you be all jacked up about your bills not getting paid. Scriptures already say the Lord will feed you, man.
Right.
Just think about the bigger picture. Why is the Lord putting so much hell on you?
Yep.
Why is the Lord putting that particular pressure on you in this faith? You know, things getting worse for you as you come into the truth.
Right.
Because the Lord is getting you ready for that time, man.
It's like it's like it's like I used to watch this show called 2 Weeks in Hell.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you spoke about the military. Well, in this particular show, they used to tie their legs together, tie their arms together, throw them in like a 12-foot pool with like a stone. They had to get out. Some of them would drown, but they'll get them out and you know.
That's like buds for the Navy.
Yeah, kind of was. Yeah, kind of. But yeah, they'll do all this special training. Because what? To get used to it, so they might be prepared, so they can deal with and overcome any situation out there.
That's right.
Just like what? Wisdom and knowledge
stability at that time.
Yeah, water. So we're going through all these experiences on this side, and trials and tribulations on this side, so we can overcome in these last days. Okay? So the devil won't have us in the corner coming in as a flood, but we
trick bag,
know through faith, I know what's about to happen. We got that faith, and the Lord's going to think.
I had a quote to what you said, Bars. This is from Sigmund and Freud, and he said, "One day in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful." So you gotta, like you said, you gotta be in that mind frame. You gotta find the beauty in the struggle. Like you gotta really come to the point of actually loving it. That's why the apostle said that at one point, that you gotta kind of be a little off in the head to be in this truth. You gotta kind of be a little, we're crazy to the world for people to see, like, why the fuck does he keep doing this? Because we see the process, and we know that every time that we take a loss, or the humiliation, or the lowliness of having to take the low route and everything in your life, that's only making you more humble, more stronger, and more having the ability to stand, like you said, above it all, man. Durable as hell.
Really, you playing the end game.
Yep.
That's it. You got, bro.
And group, I believe it's the third or fourth chapter. It says suffer patiently.
That's right.
Yeah. So like the brother was saying, hey,
Without change to a lower state.
We're going through this, we're going through that, but eventually you're gonna start, getting used to it.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Nonchalant.
Yeah, nonchalant. Like, all right, I tore muscle. Well, it ain't like it happened before.
Yeah, indifferent.
Or my pockets, I'm in debt. Ain't like it happened before.
You get immune to it.
Yeah. You go through certain,
Hey, Paul said, "Be careful for nothing." He didn't say that for no reason. This is like, I mean, all right. Of course, don't be so nonchalant where it comes off as arrogant or stuck up or obstinate.
Or fake.
But it's like, you get to a point in the truth where it's just like, I mean, all right, shit, just go through it. Because like I said, you playing the end game right now. You ain't focused or worried about anything else. You worried about the end game. That's Thanos, man.
Yep.
He didn't give a shit about anything else. He threw his own daughter off a cliff just to get the stone, because it's part of the end game. It's a part of the last thing he needs to get to. That's what we're focused on.
Hawashah knew that his own life was a part of that
End game.
He said, hey,
It is
I
finished.
know I'm gonna have to die so they can come back, so I can be that mediator, so that the Most High can hear them again.
Man,
It's about
so
the bigger picture, man.
Yeah.
It's all about the bigger picture. At the end of the day, you know, and you gotta think like that. You be in your own world, and you start to get real selfish. That's why certain men fall out the truth.
Yeah.
Because they be in their goddamn head too much, and they be too concerned with what they're going through. But brothers don't feel me. Man, fuck that, man. We sacrifice.
Philippians 2.
Romans the 12th chapter. We signed up for this. We know what comes with the territory. You got casualties of war. Not saying the Lord is going to put us to death, but when you fall, or when you're going through your griefs and you're going through your hell, you already know what time it is, man. And the Lord loves you particularly to make you go through those things, man. But you got it. You got precept?
Yeah, I got a precept.
Yeah, switch out with it.
Yeah.
That's the spirit of what's the song?
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, I'm gonna start verse 6. Well, I'm gonna start verse 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. Read it on. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 5. That's right. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded.
And it's a little chastisement. The Lord be looking at these things as a light thing. The Lord ain't chopping your arm off to prove a point. Making you an amputee.
Taking your rod.
Yeah, taking your rod from you, putting you in a wheelchair for you to become stronger. He makes you go through certain. It's light hell. You don't get your bills paid on time. You might go through certain sicknesses and infirmities. But like I said, it's all to build you and to mold you, to prop you for the times that we're coming now, man. Right. You can read it over.
Says Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 5, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded.
And the reward is great.
What it says, I reckon that the sufferings for this present time is nothing to be compared to the glory shall be revealed in us. We're talking about eternal immortality. We don't know what immortal feels like. But we're going through hell for what, 20, 30, 40, 50 years? Perfection. You know, to be perfect, to be made perfectly perfect, to never go off again, to never get sick again, to never go through hell, to never have your woman cheat on you. You know? It's worth it. It's worth it. You can't even compare it. That's just only a short duration. And to actually get a crown put on you from your Yahweh Shah person, the Most High, actually having respect unto you. And like I said, I think that's in Leviticus, the Lord had respect unto them. It's like, damn, the Lord actually respects me, man. That your esteem is gonna be on 1,000. You're gonna actually esteem yourself like I am a man of the Lord. It ain't no question about it. You know?
The Creator is with me.
The Creator knows me. Like he's pleased with me. He's pleased with me. You know? Because right now what? We have a mindset of shame. We feel like we're not worthy, which we're not worthy.
Start crying out of nowhere.
Start crying.
Like, fuck, man. I know I do.
Hell yeah.
We really trying to get on the level of our patriarchs, our forefathers. Because even in the scripts it talked about how the Lord said, like, Abraham, my friend.
Right.
You know, like we're trying to what? The Lord calling me his friend? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got that Romans 8. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Yeah, so you gotta have your mind on the glory, man. You know, you'll see these basketball championships, which are on a low level thing, but you'll see somebody might tear a muscle, or they might have a fraction or an injury.
Yep.
But what? They keep going. And a lot of times they don't be wanting to get out the match. Hell, what was that boxing match where he said he broke his foot? I forget which boxing match it was recently. But the man was boxing, and he said he damn near broke his foot, and he was, you know, they wanted to basically take him out, but he wanted to keep going, man. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's about the championship. It's about the reward. You could get patched up later, man. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
You know?
Leave it all on the field.
Yeah, leave it all on the field.
Kobe shot the free throws with a torn Achilles.
Yeah, what it say? Jordan in his flu game.
Isaiah Thomas in fourth quarter.
Oh yeah.
And dropped 25 on a goddamn, basically a broken foot, basically.
Yeah. And that's what makes the story that much better.
Yeah.
We didn't do this when we was 100%. We did this when we was at our lowest, man. Because anybody could do this when they're on 10.
Yeah.
All your bills paid, and you're feeling optimal. You know.
Yep.
Your health is on 1,000.
500 racks in the bank.
Yeah, you got 500,000 in the bank. You don't care for nothing. You got women at your disposal.
Your women happy that you're doing it.
Yeah, your women love that you're doing it. They on the comment board cheering you. Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, they go to the burger outside. We'll be cooking for you over here. Like hell yeah.
They're not even beefing with each other.
Yeah.
Like what?
So we doing all this wild injured, man. Wild jacked up. Not knowing, broke as hell. Like, damn, I don't know if my bill's gonna get paid this week. Sometimes the bill be behind. Sometimes you might be damn near finna suffer eviction, but you still get out here, man. Because we, most of the time it's at least one of us. Yeah. What is that? Even at this present time, we still hunger and thirst.
Yeah.
And some are naked, you know, without cloth in the system. Hell, this coronavirus made certain brothers lose their jobs, man.
Yeah.
But you think that's gonna stop us from hitting the highways and byways? Hell no. And then it be times when most of Jake don't even listen. And we are putting our lives on the line. We're in the midst of a pandemic, of a great outbreak, but we already know that if we are those men, the glory is gonna be worth it.
That's right.
And if I may say too, like you mentioned in the COVID-19 outbreak, a lot of people living better than they were before this outbreak, because now the government just giving money, handing money out.
Oh yeah.
Unemployment just handing money out, you know. And you notice when things get bad, the men of the Lord start receiving more blessings. All right, because what, we're gonna need these blessings in the time to come.
Yeah. So go ahead and drop them 2 racks a month, man.
Go ahead, shit.
Bring it on. I got a precept for you.
You done with that?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
This is Matthew 18 and 8, and it says, Wherefore if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off, and cast them from thee, it is better for thee to enter into life halt or maim, rather than to have 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire.
Yeah.
And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than to have 2 eyes to be cast into the hell fire.
Yeah, and that's those necessary sacrifices, man. When certain things are holding you back from the kingdom of heaven and from the fullness of salvation, you gotta throw those things away. What it said when Yahweh Shah was it James and John? What it said, they straightway left their nets and followed Yahweh Shah. So they could have either stayed in their occupation and generated income, or followed the Lord and been on like Scripture says, be on the 12th throne judging the 12 tribes. And they made a decision to follow the Lord. And there was a lot of men that made that decision. Some, counted the cost and was like, oh hell no. What he said, the rich man, he didn't follow because he had much riches. He was like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm actually doing good on this side. But you had certain men that was like, man, fuck this shit, man. You talking about this is the Savior right here? I'm following him. I'm going with him until the ends of the earth.
Yep.
I'd rather be persecuted for the name's sake than we'll get that in Hebrews 11th chapter. How Moses stepped down from his office. Stepped down from his position for the word's sake. Because he knew that at the end of the day, what the Lord had to provide. You got that?
Moses?
Well, the Sirach 2.
Oh, okay.
I want that Sirach 2. You want to use it?
Sirach 2 and 5. It says, I'll start at there. Sirach 2 and 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
When you see that gold, you'll see miners, when they first get that gold, and they'll hunt. You had the California gold rush. You had here in Georgia, I think it was Common Dahlonega, they actually had a gold rush there. And they'll spend hella money. That was one of the main reasons why Esau came over here too. Not only slaves, but the resources that was on this earth, man. So when they hit the earth, they got the gold. And when you get that gold, it's a process in order to actually get that, to refine it and to get it in its purest form. Whether it's 24 karat gold. 6 feet. That's all.
The mayor's not going to be happy.
That's all. I'm trying to say 6 feet away from it.
Yeah. I'm trying to say 6 feet away from
your
your
ass. 6 feet away from
Bro,
your
we
ass,
want to social
man.
distance forever from
you,
you eating place, man.
The reason why we're doing this work is so we could be
Proud as
I
hell,
know it, so
man.
we could be goddamn many goddamn feet away from your fucking ass, man. God. That's just Esau, man. Esau and his kingdom, man.
Always trying to come into an organization and
Control something, man.
Sit your ass down, bro.
And it's the same devil that don't even practice social distance, man.
Hell no.
He's just like, oh, that's some niggas we fuck with. Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't got a mask. Yeah.
Well, should he should be happy that we standing next to each other, possibly killing each other?
Have at it,
Hell out of here. He said the governor's not gonna be mad. You got police all walking around and shit. They ain't social distancing, and they ain't saying nothing. So who the hell is you, man?
Yeah, the rats in
Or
New
whatever.
York so as hell did social distance from
There's social distance.
It says verse 6, believe in him and he will help thee, order thy way aright, and trust in him.
Yeah, believe in him and he will help you. All right, so you gotta believe, man. You gotta believe, even when you're going through your hell, man. And it's sometimes where your faith get low. It's sometimes when you feel like the Lord ain't dealing with you. You be like, yeah, the Lord, he bring me in the truth to, take me out, forsake me. Yeah, to forsake me. You start to get in your emotions, or you get in your feelings, Then those certain thoughts start to process in your head, and you start to feel like you ain't even worthy of this truth. But the scripture says, believe in him. You can't let those type of things get the best of you, man. Some men let that shit break them down. Now they don't want to come to the camp no more. Now they got excuses. Now they don't want to come around brothers. They're getting weaker by and by. But this is the time you're supposed to be getting stronger, man. To hell with a pandemic. To hell with your sicknesses. To hell with everything that we're going through right now, man. The Lord has something to wait from us. It said the scriptures already said the Lord has created planets for us, man. He said, I have created mansions. All these things are awaiting those men that make it to the finish line. But we just got to get there, man. We just got to fight.
That's the incentive.
No matter if you limping to the goddamn finish line, you got there.
Right.
It don't matter if you was out of the 144,000. It don't matter if you was at the end of the line. You got there, man. I'd rather be at the end of the line and not make it at all. David said that I'd rather be a doorman in the kingdom of heaven, man.
and that was the king of Israel. And you see how the Dormans had respect. You had the Queen of Sheba that came to the to Jerusalem to Solomon, and he seen the men that was in Solomon's company. They were like kings. They were like many kings. They probably had their own their establishments, the houses that they living at. They wasn't living with Solomon. Some of them probably was subservient. But they more than likely had certain divisions and wings, or they actually had their own quarters. And I'm pretty sure those quarters was just as fat, like they were the kings them damn selves, man.
I'm pretty sure that his servants, it wasn't no convincing them to take that no. It's probably glad to be lifetime servants.
At the water.
Me?
To be just joined to that empire. Yeah. You even see certain individuals even on this side, like you'll see like a Michael Jordan. If you are a family member, if you're a little brother or a close relative, hell, a lot of times the women be goddamn damn near rich. They ain't gonna say just as rich as him, but they'll get a lot of things due to the fact that they're attached to his brand.
Yeah.
Keep going. So how much more us being attached to the Most High, fully attached, no departing away. Joint heirs. The Lord said He's gonna give us it all, man. Go when the Lord takes down this place, and Scripture said every knee shall bow, and the kings are gonna dispose of their riches, and we're gonna suck. The Lord is gonna suck the breast of the kings. We're gonna be sucking the breast too. There's a lot of riches in the world.
The Lord gonna tell the elect. See, when all knees touch that ground, the Lord gonna tell the elect through the Spirit, hey, now y'all after y'all bow, stand up. For everybody else to still be bowed, because everything is about that the distinctions, man. The Lord is going to distinct between the Israel of the flesh and Israel of the Most High. That's what you're going into in Romans the 9th chapter. And then the between us and the rest of the nation, the rest of us and the heathens, the King David versus us. The Lord is going to be. We're going to see those levels without question. Like that's the King of Kings. Those are His men. Those are the Israelites. Those are the heathens. It's going to be levels, man.
Yeah, there's going to be levels to it, man. And that's why you just got to pray, man. You just got to go through the things that you go through. Because like I said, the bigger picture. It's all about the bigger picture. Fuck what you're going through. Don't get in your feelings. Don't get in your emotions in this thing. We all go through it. Even the apostles and elders go through it.
Don't bug out.
Paul went through it. Yahushua went through it. Yahushua, our Savior himself, he went through it. It said he was a man acquainted with grief. He had a head full of praise. You think he wanted to die on that cross? You think he wanted to be crucified at the age of 30 years old? He went through it, but he knew it was for the bigger purpose. It was for salvation. It was for us to get there to the finish line, for us to actually have access to even worship the Lord, to even have a fighting chance. And this is our chance to fight. So fight until the end. Small.
I got verse 7. It says, "Ye that fear the Lord, Yahweh, wait for His mercy, and go not aside lest you fall."
Yeah, and you can't be tired of waiting, man. You had the apostles and elders that been waiting 30 elder apostle, 30 plus years. You think He's tired of waiting? He wants the kingdom of heaven. We hasten the day, But at the end of the day, if we still have to fight until the end, and if we have to die pushing this truth, we do so, man. That's the mindset you want to have. Well, of course, we hasten the day with Lord willing. This thing is over this year, man. But if that's what it takes, then we here, man. You had certain prophets and men of the Lord, like it tells you in Hebrews the 11th chapter, that fought. They believed that salvation was gonna come in that time, and it didn't even come. Right. You think they regretted it? Like, damn, man, I could have been
scoffing,
could have been making money in goddamn Rome, man. I could have been partying and goddamn enjoying myself with the Romans or the Grecians or the Babylonians. Or I could have been an Epicurean, But look at me in this truth. Nah, they didn't regret it. They said we have forsaken all. Peter said that. He said we forsook mothers, wives, houses. And what did the Lord tell him? He said, verily, verily, thou shalt be, basically you shall be on 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
100 folds.
Yep. And everything that you lose, you're going to gain 100-fold, just like Job. Job lost every damn thing, man. And he was filthy rich. Job had a lot of money, man. He had a lot of riches. And he lost his family. He lost his children. He got boils. His woman came against him. His friends came against him. He mourned throughout the whole book.
It's a long book, too.
That's a long book. he was going through it. You could tell, like, damn, Joe was going. And his friends was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like, the Lord jacking you up for a reason, man. You know.
Right.
But hey, even when you read the end of Job, you see how the Lord basically rebuked his friends, and basically was showing like it was all a trial through the spirit, which we are many Jobs, even in the spirit too. The word Job goes into what? Ayash, which means
Persecuted.
persecuted. We're constantly persecuted on the side. Some more?
I got something, if you don't mind. This is Ecclesiasticus 2 and 13. And it says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience.
Yeah, woe unto you that have lost patience. And it says, woe unto him that's faint-hearted, for he believeth not. The Lord didn't put us this far in the race to drop us, Yep, no, that's right too also. But yeah, the Lord didn't put us this far in this race just for us to be put to death, man. You know, Lord willing. We just gotta say everything in the Lord's will, but that's not how the Lord does. It even tells you in Sirach 2, has the Lord forsook any that trusted in him. We trust in the Lord. We believe in his word. We believe in him. We believe he exists. We believe that we are Israelites. We believe everything that's written. You know?
The scriptures say also to have faith as unto a mustard seed.
Unto a mustard seed.
So if you just got just a pinch, you know, a pinch of salt, a pinch of faith, you are ahead of the playing field, because that seed can grow, and it's growing, like you said. How do we gotten this far in the race, and we say this with all humility? Your faith is supposed to grow. Your belief is supposed to grow.
Not dwindle.
Not dwindle. Like, you know, we're growing into this thing. Like, the more and more you in this thing, the more that you begin to lean more on the Lord, realize you ain't, man, we don't got no plan B, C, D, E, F, G, man. All our eggs are in one basket. We ain't got no, well, just in case this don't work.
I got this in my
Over
back
here,
pocket.
you know, I see kind of cool.
Yeah, I got to know. I've been reading the book of Islam.
I mean, yeah, you know. How the fuck we gonna go back to being Christians?
So my uncle,
Hell no.
Catholic. I already know that, you know, I can get it back into the congregation. You know, when I was in the congregation when I was a kid, I know I can get back in there. No, the hell with all that.
Kemet do got some points.
Yeah. Like as much shit as we've been talking, no, we in it to win it, man.
Yeah,
This
right.
is the truth.
We're
This is
gonna die
what
behind
we're
this.
gonna die behind this, man. You know, and
Live by and die
Esau
by
gonna
it.
put that hell upon us for his word's sake. You know, scripture in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, when he said, "Let us try him through torture and trials to see if he's truly a man of the Most High." So he is gonna try us and test us to see if we really, you know, quote unquote, about that life.
Right.
You know.
Hashtag about that life.
And if we those men and we endure until the end, you know, we gonna be about it, man. When all that hell comes to us, we're gonna be like, fuck you, man. You know? What else you got? Because the Lord gonna put it, Lord, like you said, the Lord gonna put that twisted spirit on us, man. Praying unto Yahweh by Shemal Shah. You know? They had that Maccabean spirit. The Lord gonna fuck you up for touching the apple of the Lord's eye, you cracker. Right. Here it is. He's all like, God damn.
He ain't got one arm.
He powering up. He damn near only got his head left. Still talking
He
shit.
cut his own goddamn arm off.
I mean, that's why I want to hold that. The Maccabean,
I don't need this shit.
one of the brothers, the Maccabean brothers came out and held his tongue out like, because they were already cut. The previous brothers, I think like 3 or 4 brothers went before them,
Yeah.
cut their tongue off and, you know, mutilated them pretty much.
That's what he did.
And he's just like,
What else you got?
but they're just like, all right, whatever, bro.
Moving on,
Like,
man.
what the fuck up? And the youngest brother, he had said something that was super heavy and was like, you know what, fuck it, man. We know why this is happening to us, but don't think you're getting away scot-free.
And even the mom, man. Even the mom had powerful faith.
Yeah.
Shit, you might enjoy it.
Well, I don't know.
You know, I mean, you never know. Like, you just don't, like,
Yeah.
the Lord,
You don't feel
the
it.
Lord says be of a good cheer when you
Yeah,
change to
yeah.
the Lord. You don't know. The Lord might
There's
put it
no
like,
power it's up to the
you might get
spirit, like
turned on by the idea, like, yeah, this devil, ooh, you got 10 minutes with me. But when your 10 minutes is up, I got forever with
Oh,
you.
yeah, hell
So
yeah.
you might just be, like, bring it on,
Oh, that
Esau. Like,
adrenaline.
you might be turned on by it.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau gonna be like, what the fuck? I don't even know what to do with this. Esau, because in our mind, we think we'll go in there all, you know, timid and boots shaking and knees hitting each other and shit.
He didn't give us the spirit of fear.
Right.
He put the spirit of courage in Joshua, the first chapter. Great, be courageous. He commanded us to be courageous. It's going to be a spirit that he's going to place upon us when we go, hey man, what's up, bro? You got to think that I keep reading about Stephen. I keep reading about Stephen and how he passed. All right? It says he fell asleep. It didn't say he died. He fell asleep. But while they were stoning him, he was looking up at Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, and say, take my spirit.
Yeah.
Who's to say he felt any of them
That's
stones?
what I'm saying.
Who's to say the Maccabees felt any? Because when I read 2 Maccabees 7, I don't hear it says they were screaming in agony, pain. Just do it.
Yeah,
Who's to say they felt it?
their spirit was so high that basically it even overrided the pain. Their faith and the strength that they actually, that fervor that they actually possessed, it possessed them. That's literally what it was. They was in a trance. They didn't give a damn about the pain that was going on. And those men that was torturing were, you know, they knew how to torture. They knew how to break spirits. You know, it ain't like, let me just stab them right here. Nah, they know
Poke them in the eye and shit.
they know the hot spots where the nerves lock, the strongest points where to make a spirit break.
It'll bleed you out.
Yeah, where to bleed you out, and know how to pass you out, know how to make you pass out and wake back up. You know, if you pass, like some people get tortured and they pass out. Some people know how to hit a fight, make your ass wake. Like you gonna suffer this, you gonna feel it. You ain't finna go to sleep. You gonna go through each and every minute of this hell. Minutes gonna feel like seconds, man.
Eternity.
Like
You
eternity.
You get tortured, and then the lot of Proverbs, the first chapter, comes into play now. Now you laughing.
Right.
You laughing in the midst of it. The Spirit of the Lord is going to take over, man. You got to go.
Hey, because like the brother was saying earlier about being a man of war. When you watch these different boxers, like people that are really like they're born to fight, like a Tyson. Them type of people, they know they gonna work you. Like, they know they gonna get their hits off on. But it's that moment where they ass get hit and they are fighting, and that's kind of like that moment of like, oh, you got me, I'm bleeding. That some men that charges them up even more. Like them getting their own blood being drawn turns them on even more. So it's just like you don't know we don't know what's gonna occur from when you go from being a fisher to a hunter. What spirit comes with the hunter? We don't know. You could go into this whole battle with a whole nother mind frame, you know?
Wisdom of Solomon 2:16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
Yeah, and that's a good ass child. I would start at verse 1, but you know the main point is in 16. You know, because basically, you know, Esau knows this is really the psychology of the Edomites, man. You know, the top elites. And what it said, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. We look at this devil as a counterfeit, starting off with those so-called Jew rats, man. We call them so-called, you know, because they're not the true Jews. They stole that identity. That's why they're Jewish. They pertain to, hey, that's Israelite 101. You know, all Israelites know that, or they should know that. If you're an Israelite and you don't know that, you're finished, man.
Old Testament, New Testament,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah. They pertain to be Jews. They're not the true Jews, man. And what it said, we are esteemed of him as counterfeit. You're not the real thing, man. You're not authentic. You know, salvation's not for you. And we have proof. But Esau knows how we feel about him. That's why we prophesy and we say we the true Jews, man. And we hold up the sign to show the true 12 tribes of Israel. And Esau hates it. That's why last year was a big thing where you know, a lot of Jews were getting persecuted in New York. You know, they were saying a lot of Israelites were basically putting hell on the Jews in New York, but they was really coming out with that to really try to impose on us prophesying, doing this work.
Shooting in New Jersey.
Shooting in Jersey, which we don't, you know, it might have been true, it might have been a facade.
Because what came of it? Who was charged with it? Like, whatever happened to the so-called, remember they were trying to paint us as the Israelites were the ones that ran into that deli. Whatever happened to that?
Yeah. Then it just you know, slide over, but it's all to build up because Esau wants to persecute us, you know, demonize us, really. Like we're the terrorists. So even when a terrorist attack or a major events happen, they're gonna look at the men with the big boy beards, man.
Right.
Which is us, because they really look at us like the Arabs of the United States, so to speak, a militia, a group that's oppositional, terrorists.
That's why we on Project Megiddo.
Yeah, that's why we on Project Megiddo list. Keep going.
It says, he abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness.
We abstain from the ways of the white man because it is filthy, man. We're in the system, but we're not a part of it. You know, what does Esau want you to enjoy? He wants you to travel. He wants you to eat the delicacies of Babylon. Go to the restaurants, party. You know, live life to the fullest. He said all this for the enjoyment of for us. But we don't give a damn about it, man. We don't care about the pleasures of this current world. You know, all the entertainment. And Esau has 1,000 things you can get entertained by. He has so much shit here. It's so many organizations that you can be a part of. There's so many events, especially in Atlanta.
It's so much shit to do in this block right here alone.
Man, from back there to up there to down there to this way. It's tons of fun.
It's a day party happening around the corner.
Yeah. What that word fun means to what? To distract you. When the Romans established the Roman Empire, what did they have? One of the major things they had was bread and circus. To keep Jake belly filled up with bullshit, man. Amusement, spinning on their heads, and you know, like I said, as it is written, Israel ate, drank, and rose up to play. Everybody loves pleasure. Yeah, we're in the flesh. We love sex. We love eating. We love enjoying ourselves. But we don't give a damn about that right now, man. Because we on a battlefield. That's right.
Yeah.
Read that over. So in this Epicurean society, we're still stoic. You know, a lot of people hated those Stoics back in the day because of the regiment that they stood by.
Yeah.
You know, why everybody was part of, you know, a lot of people hate people with discipline. You know, you see somebody and everybody want to go out and have fun, but they're like, nah, I gotta go in the house and study, man. I gotta go home and work out. I'm on my routine. I can't break my routine. If you're a family member in a family, and the family always invites you to this and that event and this you know, celebration or a birthday party, you're like, nah, I gotta do this. I would, but I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Like, you know, they get grieved with you. Like, damn, man. He's always on his schedule. He never breaks his schedule and steps out to have fun. You know, but we're not in those times, man. The scripture says it's better to be in the house of mourning than the house of feasting. Right. And guess what? You start to enjoy the house of mourning. You're like, look, we at the bottom, man. We in the foxholes right now, man.
The mirth irks you.
Yeah, the mirth starts to irk you. Like, man, these people partying. You're like in the midst of hell. All this shit going on. This white man took our lives. Our forefathers, hell, the raped and ravaged our nation. They'll put us at the bottom, and you think we celebrate? And the time is celebrating, man. It's the time to battle.
We're in that Brandon T. Jackson spirit.
Can I read up a little bit? I just want to land back off your point because you said like people hate stoic. People do not like stoic type individuals or disciplined people. So this is Wisdom of Solomon 2:10, and I'm gonna read down to verse 13. It says, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us," which we're doing right now.
Clean contrary. Upbraided us.
We're doing that right now because we don't like the lives of y'all people, man. Like, we don't do that shit, and we're telling y'all that's not according to the scripts, and it's wrong. So yes, this is a form of we're talking about you. That's what upbraiding is.
We're pointing out your filth.
Exactly. It says he upbraided us with our offending.
Yeah, like
law.
have you ever did something? Like say that you might be a kid and you might be doing something stupid. I'm just giving an example, like playing in the mud, and you might be having hella fun, but if you look over and see somebody looking at you like, you're like, damn, it's something. That shit it really throw off the energy. You know, you might be in your zone, and the reason it spoils the fun. But the reason why you in that feeling because what? Everybody's doing it. You have somebody to accompany you with the feeling. But when somebody looks at you like and shows you that it's filthy, acknowledges the feeling, you're like, damn, you know, it make you feel a certain type of way. And that's how we doing with Esau. Even though everybody's partying, everybody's bullshitting and having fun, a ton of fun, we still call them out on their shit. And then they're like, damn, this shit ain't even as fun no more. That's why Christmas ain't the same. That's why Thanksgiving, because we exposing it, man.
We killed it.
We stabbed it down. The scriptures say tearing down strongholds. Christmas will never be the same.
Halloween killed
it.
They hate that.
Or it said they hate him that rebuketh at the gate.
Exactly.
You know, when everybody, because the gates, when you go into, you know, back in the ancient world, that's why the prophets were set up at the marketplace. A lot of times, a lot of fun and events would go on in the marketplace in the city. So the Lord strategically set
set up the prophets of doom in the midst of the areas where everybody would have the most fun. That's why everybody wanted to kill Paul, man. That's why everybody wanted to come against the prophets and lock them up and try to get them out of the city. You know, because what they said, when prophets hit the streets, they already knew it was something, some type of, like, damn, man. Shit. While we was having the mirth and enjoying ourselves, now here the prophets go, man. We already know.
Damn Isaiah.
Damn Jeremiah.
But you see how whenever you read the full scripts, you see how it just slowly evolved. Because when a prophet would step in, at first they were fearful. They're like, man, what do you have to bring? Like, what do you know what I'm saying? Jonah stepped in. Oh, dang, we need to repent. We need to blah, blah, blah. And then it got to the book of Acts. And then it turned into gnashing their teeth. I'm going to read this real quick. This is Acts chapter 7 and 54. When they heard these things, when Stephen cursed their ass out.
He was rebuking the shit out. He probably was damn near foaming at the mouth. Putting all man, he was so much in the spirit that he seen the Most High in the heavens, man.
Hey, but that goes to
He was flamed, enraged, cussing Jake the hell out.
because he brought up every account in the script.
He cussed them out so bad that they was gnashing their teeth. When you gnash your teeth, you damn near you could break a mold. Break it to you. Yeah, you could damn near break it to him. He was giving it to him. And you know, Jake must have been doing something so bad. Stephen was giving it to him, bro. Keep on.
Acts 7 and 54, when they had
That's worse than getting your ass whooped by him. To get a bitter cuss out, Hebrews 4 and 12. You know, words of the Most High, quick and powerful and sharp. They would have rather got them their asses whooped than got cussed out like that.
That's why he went carnal.
That's why he went carnal. They're like, we gotta put him to death right now. Not tomorrow. We gonna kill him today.
He said they came in one accord now. He says Acts 7 and 54, when they had heard these things, they were cut to the heart and they gnashed on him with their teeth.
Yeah, they were cut to the heart. What does that mean? Their mind, everything that they thought that they knew, he chopped all that shit up, man. Everything that they once believed is a thing of the past. He severed them up with the word.
And
You know,
Jake
like
being wrong.
Yeah, Jake hate being wrong. You know, you be thinking you know something, and then somebody cut you down so many goddamn ways. You be like, God damn, I don't even know left from right at this point. What you know, your whole setup is over. What you thought you knew, and a lot of those men might have been in their doctrine. A lot of them was in their doctrine 20 years, might have been 70 years old, might have been in the doctrine of their teachers 40, 50 years of their life. Their whole life been doing. Whatever they was associated, whether there was a Pharisee or a Sadducee or a Essene, it's glory to come with the position. Yeah, it's glory to come with the position. And then when you ain't got no rebuttal to it too, when you get cut to the point where you can't say nothing back, like damn.
You know, Jake is very, and our people are very animated. Like you see when you watch these fucking URL and battle raps and shit.
Yeah.
And then you get Jake get cut with something, they looking for the response. And then you just feeling low as hell. That's why Jake wanted, like, man, fuck that. They was like old boy on Above the Rim.
Oh yeah.
When Tupac lost that game. This shit out. He was like, I can't take this long.
Hell yeah. Jake can't take no L. They couldn't take an L back then. And what it said, like the brother was saying, they was a one accord. It was even groups and factions that hated each other. They didn't really like each other. The Pharisees didn't really like the Sadducees like that, even though they had the Sanhedrin, which was the major court. A lot of them had division because of what? Doctrine.
They had doctrine.
Yes. But what? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That's right.
The bigger enemy was those what they said what they were first called Christians in Antioch, but the Christians, man. The Israelites, which were all Israelites, but I wanted to divide them and say, you know, the Christians, you know.
The ones who follow Yahweh.
The followers of the Messiah. Yeah, the Mashiach.
I'm going to go back to Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 12. I'm going to start where I was. It says, he upbraided us with offending the law and objected to our infamy.
Yeah, we upbraid you with offending the law. We get into the law.
Yeah.
You know, we go into how your penal system or your justice system is shit. And we go throughout the Bible that you make people swear on and show you how you're wrong. We go word for word, precept upon precept. And you can't overturn this, man. That's why they just click pages. They be like, fuck it, we can't do nothing with it. Shut down the page. All right, delete this page. You know, that's why what they passed the legislations for conspiracy theories. Not that it's because if it's a lie, who the hell cares about a lie?
Right.
You know, Esau has ran the war off of lies and deception. So if it's a lie, then it shouldn't even affect him. But he knows the truth. The truth hurts. The truth brings pain, man. You know, and he feels it, even though he doesn't acknowledge it. And Esau he's filthy rich. These devils have so much money, but this truth is what gets him, man. This truth is what gets the best of him. You know, you think like, damn, a man that's worth billions of dollars, how do you make him feel a certain way? How you break down the self-esteem of a man that has the world at his disposal? When you hit him with the truth, man.
It brings their darkness to light.
It brings their darkness to light. You know, like the wickedness of, you know, for example, Bill Gates and his chip vaccine. You know, we show that he's the devil in the scriptures, and we show all these devils: the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Gates, all the elite families, the lesser illuminaries. We expose them all through the book.
And that confederacy.
Yeah, that confederacy, and it all makes sense. That's the thing about it. It speaks about the wicked rule of the world, man. We ain't ruling. All eyes and fingers point to this devil, this white one.
And you know, the scriptures say in the law, in the curses that what? We would be, they would be the hell, not the hell. They would be the hell, but they would be the head, and we would be the tail. And when you watch animals like a dog or a cat or an animal like that, the tail, the head always chase the tail.
The head does chase the tail.
So that's it's like the head, the dog. What the fuck is this tail doing here? And don't be worried about nothing else. It'd be that tail. I gotta get that tail. And that's Esau versus us. We're the tail of this. Scripture said that we would be the tail. So Esau is worried about us. We that nagging tail that's always, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
No matter how close you get, even if you grab me, I'm still here. You can't do nothing.
Yeah, we're gnats, we're the parasites, we're the cancer, we're the virus, we're the
glitch.
We're spiritually the coronavirus, man. You know?
We're a virus in the system.
And even in this, so even when Esau talks shit about us, we take it as a compliment. Because even when you think about the tail, even though the scripture say, well, that's a bad thing to be the tail because we at the bottom.
Right.
But if you think about the tail is a powerful extremity on all animals.
Yeah.
If you think about the cheetah, if that cheetah didn't have that tail, they probably couldn't catch a damn thing. They already have bad hunt rates.
Yeah.
But that tail actually helps them. Helps with their maneuverability. When they hit those, like you have the wings of the car, with that the spoiler of the car. That helps with the what they call it, the dynamics.
Our tail feathers on birds.
The aerodynamics. Yeah, the tail feathers on birds and like you said, the balance. Yep, the fish. That tail is powerful, man. Oh, they need that tail. Yeah. There's certain animals, if they ain't got that tail, they would be useless. How can a scorpion? The power's in the tail, man.
You know, those cats that you're talking about, like the more accurate their hunting is for the most part, the tails be way longer. You ever look at like a snow leopard? Yeah, a snow leopard tail be like 3 inches. And that tail be like, be just as long, it'd be as long as his body. The tail.
Damn. The tail has power to it. So even, you know, at our lowliness, we're still extremely powerful. Even though we're at the bottom, which we went into that before. You remember we was talking about how the bottom is where the roots lie, man.
Yeah.
That's really the strongest part of the tree. You know, Esau, you know, he's at the top, but guess what? We at the bottom, man. We praising the bottom more than the top. The hell with the top, man. Hey, y'all millionaires, but we at the bottom. Yeah, we at the very bottom of this thing, man.
Bang.
But you know, we at the bottom.
Think about it like this, right? At the bottom, right, on Earth, on this land right here, we all can see that plane that's flying above us. We can see the plane from the Earth. But if you in that plane above you, you're not gonna see me from up there. So that gives you an advantage. That you have to see your advantage point of our fight.
That's right.
You know, you don't want to be up in the trees like, you know, you got a lot of Jake, and I'm gonna say his name. You got a lot of Jake, like Yardons and those that, well, I want to make it in this world. No. The Lord don't want us up there midway, fighting up there. No, he wants us at the foundation, the bottom, in the mud. That's where the fight's at for us, because we see your ass.
See your ass, man.
In the trenches.
And you learn how to develop. You learn because you know, the more you at the bottom and the more position you at, you get accustomed to it. You start to learn the environment. You're like, damn, this is my position. You know, you might see certain individuals, they might try to take, like really, if you think about it, aerial plane is sometimes, in most cases in warfare, it's the better position because you have momentum. Like if you have archers and things of that nature, you know, if you're on a high tower and you're coming from bottom to top, like you would have to, like you'll see certain warfare, they would have to damn near put a ladder up to climb over to get over the walls, or they might have to shoot archers, but they would have the barricades. You see how them castles used to have everything? So they could hide, then they could arch down, they could hide. So a lot of times it would be difficult to fight at the bottom. But the more that you learn strategy and you develop technique, you start to see sometimes the position that people think is worse can sometimes be better.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's a fighting style, but that fighting style is based off of fighting on the ground. It's a ground attack. You know, and that's one of the toughest to learn battles, fighting style. Everybody want to be a boxer. You know, it's cute. You know, all that shit. You know, Jake, that's cute. That's, you know, a rolling shoulder. Everybody want to roll shoulders, but if you get a Jake on the ground, most Jake don't know how to. When you get a Jake on the ground, he just gonna lay there, man.
Right. I want to say too, just speaking on fighting, in UFC there's a guy named Nate Diaz. Most of his wins come off submission.
Yep.
He a dog though. He'll sit there and fight with you and box. But if you get on the ground with him, you're gonna get submitted. That's where he's most comfortable at.
And that's what most people are most uncomfortable.
A lot of people like Conor McGregor, he's a good striker. But get him on the ground. Khabib submitted his ass. You know, choked his ass out. Didn't knock him out. He got his ass on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They like that cute shit, man.
Yeah.
Until you wrap up, put them on that ground.
Until you get in the dirt.
Yeah, that's
Until you get in the dirt.
That's why we the most hated group of Israelites. These other groups, they spiritually wanna, we fighting, but you know, we cute with it, man.
All the prettiness.
You know, whereas with us,
the cosmetics.
We that what was that fighting style of old in Greek? You know what I'm talking about?
Was it like Basti, something like that?
Fuck. It was a combination. I forget it. I did a lesson on it years ago, but it was a fighting style in ancient Greece where it's literally it's a mixture of wrestling.
I think is it bestiality or something like that?
Something like that, right? And it was violent, but it was a violent more on the ground and all. That's us, man. We in the spirit. We want to get in the mud. We want to get in the ground. We want that hands-on action. We not like, that's why these other Israelites, man, they ferocious. We the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu of fighting style. Like I said, a lot of y'all, you know.
The hell looking pretty, man.
Okay.
1, 2, get outside. Stay outside. Stay, man, fuck that. Let's get up. It's something called intimacy. Let's get in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going.
I gotta speak on push-up for you too.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2, and I'm still in verse 12. It says, upbraideth us with offending the law and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education.
Yeah, the transgressions of our education, which Esau transgresses, and the word educate, what that mean to bring out. Everything Esau brings out is transgressions. And we even cuss him out through his educational system.
Right.
From K through 12 is all bullshit. You know people hate to hear that, man. I remember when we did that live stream at the Townsend house, the Bishop house, and Vocab Malone was on the comment board.
Yep.
I said, fuck college, man. He was like, fuck college. You damn right, fuck college. You know, man, because people love this system, man. College, when you think about college, that's like the glory of your life.
It's your pedigree.
That's your pedigree. That's like the elite status when you make it to college. So to hear something like that, that's the thing that makes people gnash their teeth, man.
My dream.
Oh, when you did fuck a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
That's the type of, like 9 to 5. You know, that's what we need. That's what we need. Of course, the scripture says use the word, not abusing it, but we don't give a damn about none of this stuff, man. Fuck this money. You know, I think they had a Boondock episode when Riley was cussing out that mobster.
Yeah, it's
like fuck your joint, fuck this, fuck. That's how we feel about it. Fuck your money. Well, excuse my French, but I'm plain as day, man. Fuck your money, fuck your vehicles, fuck your system, all that, man. Your buildings, everything that you think, your Bugattis, your luxury vehicles, all these things that Jake loves, your $1 million watches, your homes, your lavish lifestyle, F all of it, man.
You know? And that's what Jake fights for. The hell with all that shit, man. Because we want that which is greater. Keep going.
It says, he professes to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. Verse 14.
And we do profess that through hitting these streets, man. Prophesying. He professes that what?
It says, he professes that he have knowledge of the Most High.
And we do have the knowledge of the Most High. We're coming straight out the book. These books that the so-called white man hid, like the Apocrypha, and this information, we dug it up through the spirit of Yahweh Shema, starting off with Elder Abba Pibbins, man. This knowledge was removed from the face of the earth. And this white man did a great job hiding it. But guess what? It tells you in Obadiah how are the hidden things that Esau searched out. It's hidden. It was hidden deep. It was in those dark secret places that most people couldn't find it. But guess what? The Lord is all seeing, all knowing. Alright, and he's extremely powerful. And proof shows that the Lord put the spirit on Elder Abba Pibbins, on Elder Yaakov and Elder Ariah King Masha to kick this thing off. Now guess what? You have a flare of this truth. It ain't no taking it off the streets now, man. You can't stop it. You can't put this out. It's already been exposed. Now damn near everybody and their mama know they're Israelites, man.
Right.
I was watching this week that Jake, the bandana. I was like, damn, you know he an Israelite too. Jake from Roller Bounce.
Yeah, Brandon T. Jackson.
Yeah, Brandon T. Jackson. Yep. Yeah. Man, I think y'all remember him back in the day. You know when you were a kid, you be like, yeah, he was funny as hell, you know. But shit, everybody know that, and it be a lot of people that know that don't even say nothing, man. Yeah. Because what? They still got the white man's money in their back pockets. You know, they still find there and they still get endorsements and sponsors, and they don't want to break that contractual agreement.
Yeah, we had a won't say his name, but a top NFL wide receiver, very attached to our camp. Yeah. Ain't gonna put him out there, but you know.
Oh, you remember what was this guy from CNN when we was at 5 points?
I forget his name, but yeah.
Yeah, but we was like, man, why they don't? Well, Yard Dunn asked him when we was there, but he was like, why they don't put Israelites on CNN? You know, why they don't put the truth out? You know, he's like, man, you already know why they don't. We're like, you know, y'all teach the truth, man. He's like, we ain't gonna put. He was like, we ain't gonna air no shit like that, cause it's Cartoon News Network. They're all about airing out lies and deception, cats and trees and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, but when it comes to the real deal Holyfield, the true skinny of it, they ain't finna put this out, because what? It's gonna grow up the minds of the people. Scripture says, train up a child in the way that he shall go, and when he is old, he shall not depart from it. When people get information and start to learn who they are, you know, and start to really attach to their culture and detach from the system, that's when you got a problem.
And that's contagious.
That's very contagious.
Knowledge and that awakening spirit is very contagious.
It'll spread like wildfire.
And yeah, wildfire. Because like we were saying, when you cut somebody's thoughts, there is no uncutting that. You can't uncut somebody.
Okay.
When you tell them, and you like you say, it's people that you know years. You might have cut them like 08. They still like, you said that. Nah, I don't, but clearly you do. It's still.
You ever got drunk with a Jake, then they start bringing out all kind of shit like, damn, bro, you remember that shit? We was 7 years old, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens with a lot of Jakes in the world. You get drunk, then you start bringing out shit, you know, whether he's in a rage or whether, you know, in a sorrowful spirit. It was like, damn, bro, we was just kids, bro. It was, you know.
I had to have me. I had a cousin that said shit to me, man. I ain't seen that ass in like 20 years. So the first thing she said to me, I was like, God damn, how you remember shit from 93?
They cut it deep. That thing cut deep.
Motherfucker, it's 2017.
How much more this word, man? With the Bible to back it that everybody believes in, man. Cutting you with the word that you embrace the most. You keep going, man.
It says at verse 14, he was made to reprove our thoughts.
Was made. That's what we were created for. We were created to do this work and reprove this white man. You know, and he's been proven wanting. Hey, like it tells you in Daniel, many tekel you farson.
Yeah, that's right.
Where it said thou weighed in the balance and have been proven wanting. I forget what chapter that is. If you want to get it, you can get that. Daniel 5?
Yeah.
Okay, you can get that. It said he was made. That's what we created to do, man. This is our office. This is a job. And you should love it. Hey, we love cussing this white man out. We love going into the history and exposing this man. Love it, man. Research is our bread and butter. Yeah. You don't get tired. Damn, I'm tired of researching
man.
this. Nah, we get into it, man.
Because there's no end to the depths of Satan.
There's no end to
So
the depths of Satan.
you can know a shit ton of evil on him, but there's a whole other shit ton of foul. Every time you be like, you get that, spiritually a big file of papers, you're like, I completed it. Here comes some more. Nope, more dirt. Sit down. Stack.
Lord drop that stack on you, and you start getting through it.
Let's get through it. It's our homework. We love our
That's our homework, man. Scripture says to search, man. Research is that you start to get inherently addicted to it.
Yeah.
It tells you that in the book of Sirach. You know how they addicted to reading and the studying and learning precepts and parables and wise and dark sayings. You're like, man, this is a drug. You know, you get off by that. You know, then you get on the web and you cuss this man out, man, and expose him for his lies. You be going back to the 1800s, the 14th. You be going to certain periods in history. Certain historians don't even be knowing about, man. You be going deep into it.
You remember in the 12th century?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no?
Like, nah. Like, yeah, what the hell you doing back then? In 1196. Like, really, from 1195, then it passed this act. Like, damn, this brother researching
They
this.
fucking them up there from the negative year 400, also known as BC. We get to the AD, really the year of our Lord,
Yeah.
2000. Like, what the fuck is this guy on, man?
Like, man, this guy researching too much, man. But you got to get into it, man. That's how you get this devil, by the balls, so to speak. You hit him with the knowledge, man.
Yeah.
Cause he conquered this world through information, well, mainly through the sword, but through controlling that narrative, man.
Yeah, he wet his tongue as a bow.
He wet his tongue as a bow. So we gotta wet our tongue. Polishing our tongue is this word, man. Keep going.
It says,
Scripture says what? Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpeneth iron. Then we get that information. You go into you start to add to it, and then you hear this brother information. This brother got this information. And it's like a super cyborg, man.
Like we be crossing them beams and fucking Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Man. These brothers come together with their beam, and Esau can't fight that beam. He just got his ass.
Synchronized energy, man. Synergy.
it says, verse 15, he is grievous unto us to behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion.
We ain't like other men. Look at our fashion, man.
Yeah.
Jake be talking about the vintage that they be wearing. We wearing our true cloth. We wearing, Jake is all covered in European cloth. Whether it's Gucci, Louis, all this, the Da Vinci's and all this, $1,000 clothing and things of that nature. Man, the hell with all that, man. We going back to the times of ancient. Because the Lord commanded us. Numbers 15, it was at 38. And the Lord told us to wear our garments with the ribbon of blue. And really the fashion, read that over.
This is,
Because I just use that as an example. Fashion is really goes into our way and our style of life. Celebrating the Passover. Our culture. Our way of worship. Read it over.
that's our nature.
That's our nature.
It says, verse 15, he is grievous, listen to Solomon 2:15, he is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion.
See, our lives are not like other men. When Christmas and these different events take place, we don't get together with the family, put the red and green sweater on, and set the big, you don't see the big trees being laid in the house. When Black Friday and all these events take place, you don't see us in the lines, man.
Yeah. What, Mother's Day is tomorrow?
Yeah.
We don't even be knowing
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's
I'm like, Mother's Day?
Mother's Day tomorrow is like, we ain't
You
gonna
get so slick with it. I be hitting my mother with the, hey man, no, I don't celebrate this. But, because I honor you every day. Oh, thank you, son.
Yeah.
Because we get slick with it.
Yeah, you gotta get
I
slick
ain't
with
say that shit.
But you know,
If you do, it ain't
yeah,
nothing
if you
wrong with
do,
it,
yeah. I know what you mean. Right now, it's just like,
No,
whatever.
it's facing us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Anyway, yeah, you got to let me read it.
Yeah.
This was
So like,
Solomon
but what do? We celebrate the Passover. The holy days of the Most High. We get together, sing prayers up, anointings and things of that nature. That's the true worship. That's the true way we're supposed to worship and celebrate. When we celebrate, like we have the Feast of Purim.
Feast of Tabernacles.
We have the Feast of Tabernacles.
Yep.
Pentecost. All these different feasts, and it's a celebration of the victories, man, of the Lord being with us.
That's what we want at the end of the day. Now, we don't want these celebrations of the white man. And majority of these holidays go into us getting our asses whooped.
Yeah, Memorial Day
Right.
weekend coming up.
Memory of what? A great ass whooping that we took. You know, you have
July
4th of
4th.
July.
That's and you know that's Esau's holiday, and rightfully so.
Yeah, right.
When we got our Hanukkah, the Feast of Dedication, that was us celebrating beating your ass.
Yeah.
And they gonna celebrate that. They
Yeah.
gonna get their ass beat too. Like, yeah, you
Right.
saw that day, the day here, we whooped your ass. Wake up. Get up, nigga.
You gotta praise the Most High for this ass whooping that we gave you. Man.
Right.
You gonna remember.
Right.
I think the water, you gonna say it.
Yeah.
Water, I love you. Whooped my ass.
You know?
Like good slave.
Yeah, right. Hey, he basically makes us do that whether we directly or indirectly know. You put that big ass turkey on your table, and you put all the different condiments, the stuffing and the cranberry and all that. It's a ritual, man. The turkey with the feather represented them cutting off the heads of the chieftains.
Shit, we might make Esau eat that pottage that he sold his birthright for.
Oh yeah,
on the fucking day.
yeah, the water for the
Eat
pot.
the water, eat this soup.
We're gonna find out today through the spirit. We're gonna know that the day that he sold his birthright, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's that infamous soup. You know.
We gonna make your ass
We gonna-
eat it on
we gonna-
that day.
Yeah, hell yeah. We might eat it on that day.
We gonna eat it anyway.
We gonna eat it. They gonna eat it. This is that infamous pottage, man.
The day you
Written in
decided
Genesis
to give us all of this.
All of this.
Give it a, have
The
a big,
water, the water, Esau.
big breakdown on it.
Like, you know it's supposed to be yours, right? You sold it. Like, wait. Oh yeah, you sold it.
Now go ahead and take your first sip of the soup. That signifies the birthright.
You're gonna try to sip it. Yeah, slap it out of there. And we're gonna be like that. We're gonna be terrible. Cause he terrorized us, man. You know, they're like, yo, these guys are wicked, man. These guys, they're fucking twisted in the head. And he did the same thing to us. It's the
Right.
big payback, man.
Yeah.
I get it real quick.
Go
ahead, I get it.
Back to verse 16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He
Yeah,
pronounced.
Esau flew gazy, man. You know, you see Jake. I mean, where you'll see certain individuals with a fugazi jewelry. I mean, that shit ain't even shining right, man. Take that shit off. It's best not even to wear it.
You got a green line.
Yeah, you gonna fuck your neck up wearing that garbage, man. You know, bullshit that was made in the goddamn factory. You know, the fugazi done. That's Esau. Esau fugazi Jew, man. He ain't keeping the feast days right. You know, he doing everything contrary to the ways of the Most High. He don't fuck the land up.
Looking like Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Doing everything opposite of the scripture. How you in the land of paradise and you catching the coronavirus? You dying in the Holy Land, but you're supposed to be the holy people, and you're supposed to be the people of the book. The Lord's supposed to be protecting you. But what they doing gay parades? They eating pork. Homosexuals and lesbians, transgender. That place is filthy, man. That's right. Pig City. You know.
Kosher pork.
Oh, and what it said, when they circumcise the children, yeah, they put I forget what it's called, mole, I forget the name of it, but they put their mouth on them, the children, and a lot of those children, which were Jew rat children, they was having sexually transmitted diseases from those.
A lot of kids died.
A lot of them died from that.
Damn.
The children, the Most High is chosen, putting your mouth on babies' rods. Get the hell out of here. There's so much wickedness that Talmud itself, that Babylonian Talmud.
Yeah, they don't even believe in the Bible.
They don't even believe in the Bible.
All their traditions, all of their ways come from the Talmud. Like I was looking up that about why the fuck do they wear black hats? Why do they wear hats? Because that's not in the Bible. Why do they wear the black suits? It's not in the Bible. But all of that goes back to the Talmud, that because they're in mourning, they wear black and they dress like they're fucking Polish and shit like that, and fur and all that. But again, has absolutely nothing to do with the Torah or the Tanakh or any of it.
That's a filthy people, man. And we expose you from top to bottom. That's just one aspect. We didn't go into the way you stole that land. That land wasn't given to you from the Most High. You robbed the people, the original inhabitants of that land. 1948. To be exact, the Balfour Declaration.
Here we go, bring it out.
What?
1948.
Oh, yeah, 1948.
Like, damn, these niggas good at research, man.
And then in 1953, the Treaty of Rome.
See, Esau gave us these devices, and he thought we were just gonna be bullshitting all day with
Right.
We use these for homework, man. These are homework devices. We use these to as a weapon to search out the iniquities of Esau, the British Mandate, which that really kicked off because of what Britain made it mandated that land to the Jews, man.
Yeah.
Through legislation, political legislation. It didn't have nothing to do with the Most High, which really was through the Spirit of the Lord. But the Lord didn't grant them that land. Like when you read during the time of Deuteronomy or Exodus, when we were leaving, the Lord said He gave us that land, and the original inhabitants, Deuteronomy 7th chapter, He told us to clean that land out because that land belongs to us. You know? So the Lord gave us that land, and through warfare we were to gain that land. That was never written for you damn Jews. You know, you stole it. You a thief. And that's what the prophecy says, what, Zechariah, that a thief shall dwell in a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Revelations 2. I think Revelations 3 speaks about how you the fake Jews. Them that call themselves Jews, but are not, but the synagogue, which is the chief house of Satan.
Man, you Amalekites, y'all are the chief. Y'all in the chief house of the chief line of Esau. Man. You know, you're the crown. You are the top, and you can tell, man, because really, you know, I was saying this to my river, but I was like, really, when you look at them gutter rats, man, you can tell that they're the Lord's people on the left hand side. There's a high spirit on them, man. They're not like you look at these people like that, man. You know, you ain't worried about them. But if you saw two Amalekites walking down the street, you'd be like, you gonna watch them. You'd be like, man, something up with them. Like I was watching that video where them rats was in Brooklyn during that funeral. And they was shining a light, and it was just a bunch of trench coats and top hats and curls. I was like, man, that video just looked evil, man. I was like, before I walked that way, if there was 10,000 Jew rats that way, and there was 10,000 Bloods, Crips, Nietas, and gangbangers, and MS-13s, and I'm walking that way every time.
You got a better chance.
It's just weird. This is a whole energy, man.
Listen, that's why the scriptures, the Amalekites are, the least shall drive them out. That's why it ain't any other Duke of Edom that's going to draw any type of attention like that other than the damn Amalekites.
Right.
So you want that? You want to pray?
I got a quick one.
We'll go back to that.
This is Psalms 137, and I'm gonna start at 1. It says, "By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hung our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. But there they that carried us away captive require of us a song, and they that wasted us require of us mirth, saying, sing us one of those songs of Zion."
Yeah, and that's when we went in captivity. You know, He said, sing us one of those songs. And even unto this day, they make us sing sing us that good old song, so to speak. You know, that's where really you have tours.
Yeah.
You see these celebrities going on tour. Really, that started in slavery.
Yeah.
Because you would have a slave that was good on an instrument, whether he, you know, I'll just give an example, play the guitar, or what was that? The banjo.
Oh, Little Richie's a good example of that. He just died. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
during his time when he was young, he went on tour. Because he hated these crackers, man. Like, Little Richie didn't hide the fact that he hated the so-called white man. Because of why? He went through exactly what the brother was going through. He was torn, he wasn't making no money. He was the one that, if you watched the James Brown movie, he was telling James Brown, man, he don't trust these devils, man.
Yeah. And Jake wasn't getting shit from those tours.
No.
Nowadays, Jake might get a little bag, you know, which they ain't really getting a bigger piece of the pot. They still getting effed over.
Yeah.
But you Jakes been getting fucked over for years from this devil, and you should be angry, man. And that shows that you're in captivity. Because you don't go on tour. In most cases, Jake doesn't go independent and do it on their own will. The white man's putting you in contract. He's the machine that's helping push you, booking your tours, making it where you could go to Vegas and go to California, and go to New York, and go overseas.
He controls your creativity.
He controls your creativity. And if he wants to clip you and drop your ass and make sure that you don't never go on tour again, he can do that, man.
Yeah.
Some more on that?
Verse 4, how long shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land.
Yeah, how long shall we sing the Lord's strong song in a strange land? And this is that strange land, America, Babylon the Great. We're not the original inhabitants of here. Which you had the Native Americans. They were the first to inhabit, but this white man took this land. He conquered it. This is his, man. He took that victory. There ain't no getting this land back. We're gonna get it. You got Jakes like that. We're gonna get America back. We're gonna raise up. We're gonna little by little gain. We just gotta get the right politicians. We gotta vote for the next presidential race.
Yeah.
We have to vote. We have to start voting for our mayors, the right governors in office, and that's how we're gonna start getting control of. Nah.
You know how Esau is so not concerned with you so-called Native Americans. He just gave y'all $4 billion.
He ain't worried about it.
Like when you give your enemy $4 billion, like
giving you money.
He gave the Native Americans through this coronavirus relief. He gave them $4 billion. He gave the tribe of Gad $4 billion. But of course, now we know that a lot of those so-called Native Americans are tares that are controlling the money. But nevertheless, that's how unworried he is. When he could give you, just take the $4 billion. You ain't gonna do shit with it. Y'all so fucked up. Y'all better take it and build some fucking pipes and running water and shit.
Yeah, that's all they can do.
Man.
They ain't taking this back, man. I don't even know if the natives believe that shit, but you lost, man. You got your ass whooped. And shit, that was the time where really they had top dog natives. These Native Americans now just finished, man.
Drinking all
You'll see the leaders, certain leaders of natives, like, this guy's finished, man. You look out of shape. Look like he just goddamn eat native dishes and just play instruments all goddamn day.
Drink all day.
Back then they had crazy horse. They had a sitting bull.
Wild bull.
Yeah, sitting bull. What is it?
Rain in the face.
Brain in the face. Geronimo. Those men were built for war, man. They were giving it to Esau ass. And if they failed, a lot of them failed and got put to death and died. It's over, man. It's only one way to beat this devil. Scripture says, "No man shall buy you. No man will get us out of this hell, but the Heavenly Father, man."
Mm-hmm.
That was it on that.
That was it. We'll read it last bit.
It says, verse 16 again, Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 16. We are esteemed of him as a counterfeit. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father.
Yeah. It says, maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. Read a little bit more.
It says, verse 17, let us see if his words be true.
Let us see if his word.
Let's go back to what you just said.
Yeah, let's see if this is the truth. Esau, like, I hear it. I just want to see if this is the truth. It's hitting home, but how they want to test the waters? They want to put pressure on us, man. They want to come to our front doors with us. During the time of Judah, they said if the Most High, they're talking about taking the hedge away from him. That's the only way to penetrate the Lord's people. See, Esau wants to see if he can cut into us, man. Yeah, he wants to see. All right, if it was on the Matrix. This guy, not Morpheus, the one that was a sellout. Cypher. When he had that, I think he had the gun. He was like, if you are the chosen, because he was finna unplug him. He was finna unplug Neil. He was like, if you are the chosen, then it would be some type of miraculous event that would take place that would fucking stop me. He had that real Edomite spirit on him. He was finna unplug him, and you had what was it? His name Zion, if I'm not.
Nah, it was Tank.
Tank had that big ass gun and he blew him away. Yeah, spit on him. But it's the same thing now. He wants to try it. He wants to try us with the truth.
It's like the same Zion who's on the cross next to Yahushua. If you read, then get us out of this, man. Verse 17, it says, let us see if his word be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of it.
He's on his curiosity.
It says, for if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies.
Keep going.
Let us examine him with the despitefulness and torture.
Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, which we was going into earlier. That's how he's going to examine us.
Yep.
He's not going to answer certain questions to get the understanding of the book. Nah, he's going to try to stab deep into the flesh.
If God be with you, he'll stop this.
If God be with you, he's going to stop
Attack
it.
your faith.
And they've done that to previous religions, to certain people and Muslims. I heard stories where certain Muslims were being like concentration camps, and they'll slide pork in their cells, man. You know, starve them damn near to death and slide pork in them.
Force feed them.
Yeah, force feed them pork. But they was doing that to us even back in Antiochus Epiphanes was trying to feed us pork. You know, why? Because he knew that it was an unclean meat, and he knew if we were to eat that, then we would be defiled in the eyes of the Most High.
Coming against us on our Sabbath days.
Coming against us on our Sabbath days, knowing that we were to raise up, then we would be defiled in the Most High.
That goes to show you, Jake. You need to study your enemy, man, because your enemy studies your ass
Thoroughly.
thoroughly. He knows your movements. He like it talked about. It talked about right here in verse 15, where it talks about his ways are another fashion. How would he know your ways are another fashion? Because he studies you.
Studies you, man. Scripture says how they search out iniquity, man. And the heart of every one of them is deep. They study. Not only do they study you in its depth. They study you in its entirety. I remember the apostles were talking about the good times. I think they said that was created by a white man.
And it's created by the Jews.
It was created by Jews. But when you
Oh, yeah,
watch
yeah.
it, like, damn, how the fuck you think that spot on about Jake's life? Because they study you. They get into the so-called Negro's life.
The nooks and crannies in your
The
ass.
nooks and crannies, man. But it's read a little bit more than what's closed out.
Yeah. It says It says, "Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience."
That we may know his meekness and prove his patience. And the Lord it said, "Blessed are the meek." You know, and the scriptures tell us to suffer patiently. So we're gonna go through these different hells. The scriptures speak about how we're gonna be cast in prison.
That's right.
You know, but the Lord is gonna be with us and He's gonna deliver us. All right, he said, "He that endures to the end, what he said, I deliver you from the
Yeah,
sight."
we've been talking.
So you just gotta stay in the spirit and endure to the end, as it is written, "He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved." Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. All right, so we're gonna end by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.
So,
We should curse us out. That's on you.